Democracy and Development Law, Speedo of the NBA, joins us from our Abuja studio. Oh, Dr. Bani, it's good to have you on the program. You were there when that judgment was being read by Justice Lawal, and you have followed this case all through. Well, seeing how this has ended, at least at the Supreme Court, what are your thoughts to begin with?
Yeah, thank you. It was sheer coincidence that I have a matter that also judgment was delivered today. So I was happy that Nnamdi Kanu's matter was also coming up today for judgment. So it was more than hopeful. But unfortunately, the Supreme Court agreed with the state that the court cannot be divested of jurisdiction, despite the fact that the court acknowledged the fact that a lot of irregularities and illegalities were committed by the security agencies. One, in invading his home in Umuahia, trying to get him arrested when there was no order of the court revoking his bail, because he was under bail. And so there was no reason for that invasion when there was no revocation order by the court. So the Supreme Court adequately condemned that particular act of invasion without any order of court. The Supreme Court also condemned the security agencies, for going to Kenya, trying to get Kanu arrested. And in fact, the court used the word kidnapped, that he was kidnapped and brought back to Nigeria. Now, that particular act, contradicted and contravened all known international laws, including the law of Kenya and then the law of Nigeria. That is what the Supreme Court said. So the Supreme Court took time to educate security agencies that carrying out enforcement of the law does not in any way encourage illegality by these agencies, that they must enforce the law in accordance with laid down rules, and that is rule of law. After saying all these nice things, and we are hopeful that the next pronouncement will be that Nnamdi Kanu's matter will be settled finally today. But unfortunately, what the court said, there is no legal framework, there is no law presently in Nigeria that outlaws issue of illegally obtained evidence or whatever way with which you bring an accused person to court. That even if you bring the accused person into court in an illegal manner, that there is no law today that says that particular act will not divest the court of jurisdiction. It's a different matter whether whether the prosecution will succeed in proving the issue of charges you have leveled against that individual. It's a different ballgame entirely. But the point is that can the court, based on our legal framework, our legal existing law, be divested of jurisdiction because the person was brought to court illegally? The Supreme Court now says, there is no such law. And until such law is enacted, they are not ready to enact any law giving such act of illegality as a way of saying you cannot have jurisdiction before the court because of that illegal act of the security agency. That is what the court simply said today and all that, So I was there live.
But we also know that, it's always said in law that the process is equally as important in the build-up to reaching the eventual decision. And there's the Evidence Act, as far as we're aware of. Now, I think the question is whether the Evidence Act appropriately covers this particular scenario. But you've said that the court condemned the process of bringing him to court, the way the federal government acted through its actors and the rest. So is this yet another judgment that has been, tainted by that technicality issue, which we have seen come up time and again? Your thoughts?
Well, my sincere opinion, if you ask me as an individual, I may be wrong, is that I am at home with the Court of Appeal decision, saying that, look, if the process through which you have initiated somebody's prosecution is clearly illegal, then I think that this is what should happen. You shouldn't try that person for that offense because the process was absolutely wrong. I am totally. But the Supreme Court today said no, that was clearly application of sentiment by the Court of Appeal because there is no law today in Nigeria, in our legal books, that says that process divests the court of jurisdiction. So, honestly, if you are as an individual, I may be wrong, as I said earlier, I am at home with the Court of Appeal decision. The Supreme Court has the final say, and that is it. And if the Supreme Court said this is what the law is, there is nothing anyone can do about it, but they made it clear that all the actions of the security agencies with regards to Nnamdi's matter was clearly a transgression, a very gross transgression of the law, a great violation of his right. And that again gives some level of comfort, that everything they did, especially when somebody is being tried for an offense and he has been granted bail, and there is no court order revoking that bail. Why do you have to do what you did? And then why do you have to now say he has committed an offense when he now took a flight, because he had to save his life? So why do you now want anything to happen to you? But let me also say what the court said. In everything that the security agencies did against Nnamdi Kanu, that was a clear violation of his right. Where his remedy lies is in the civil action. He can bring an action against them and claim all manner of damages, amount of money in billions or whatever they want. That is where they now have a right to go in terms of civil action. But in criminal, that act of illegality does not divest the court of jurisdiction. That was expressly made clear. And to me, that probably is a law today, based by the Supreme Court, because they are the court of final decision, and they have made that decision, overruling what the Court of Appeal said. But if you ask me as an individual, I am more at home with the Court of Appeal decision that if you bring somebody in an illegal manner to a court that does not in any way conform with all known laws and procedure, then it means that you cannot in any way, have jurisdiction to try that particular person of that offense. That I am as a human being. But the Supreme Court has the final say, and they have spoken, and there is nothing anyone can do about it. But the point is this. Mr. Chief Agabi was there, who happens to be the lead counsel, also took the hint and said maybe we have to go back to the legislature, in order to enact a law that if you do something that is clearly illegal in order to try a criminal offense and you commit crime yourself in trying to now prosecute a criminal, then a suspect, then everything that you are doing is clearly a nullity. Maybe we have to go back to the legislature and ask them to now look at it and probably take a decision. For now, the Supreme Court said there is no legal fraud, there is no law that backs it up, and we cannot in any way now say anything otherwise. Whatever I say is my own opinion, and it does not in any way divest the fact that the Supreme Court has the final say on this issue.
And we see that the Supreme Court, in its wisdom, perhaps is trying to separate the issues, the charges brought against him by the federal government, and then the grounds he has against the process with which he was brought in, which, as you said, the Supreme Court had condemned and eventually said that he should file a civil suit against that. Is that something you'll expect his legal team to pursue in this case now? And will that have an effect on the charges which he's answering to, charges brought against him by the federal government, if he were to file a civil lawsuit?
Now, what the Supreme Court also said, look, the chances of success of the criminal prosecution is not what they want to delve into at this point, because there may not be a substance even in the charges. It may turn out to be there is no substance in the charges, and of course they have very brilliant lawyers, to handle the defense. So they want to make that distinction. But the fact that we're asking this matter to be tried at the Federal High Court does not mean there is any substance. We're not approving of the allegation of crime against him. No, we're not saying so. That is what that judgment says. But that he should not be tried at all is what the court now says no. There is no law that says if you bring somebody in an illegal manner, he is not supposed to be tried by any court. That's what the court said. But the court also gives some level of comfort and say, look, I condemn this. So in fact, the court has given judgment even in the civil matter by the pronouncement of the Supreme Court today. They say it's clear violation of his right. It's a clear transgression of all known laws, both treaty, local and international. They say that. And that the only remedy for him now is to seek remedy in the civil action. So they say that for me, judgment has already been given in the civil matter. If the Supreme Court could, do what they did, with that condemnation. So the legal, team of Nnamdi Kanu, clearly got the hint. And so I know that they will do the needful. But the most important thing is that there should be a expeditious trial of Nnamdi matter. If I may suggest, if anyone says now he has a charge against Nnamdi Kanu, can we commence the process, very quickly, and let us get over this matter? It's lingered for a long time and has created some level of, really, crisis and incohesion in the southeastern region. And everyone who is from that region is expecting absolute peace in the region. And we felt that this would have been a very golden opportunity for us to put paid, put to rest this matter and begin to have peace, and all that. But unfortunately, what the Supreme Court said today, let him go and face this trial and all that. We don't know how long that will last again, from the lower court to the Court of Appeal and Supreme Court. To me, I don't know as a nation. I don't know what we need to do at this point in time, because I thought that this matter, should have been sorted out, probably outside the jurisdiction of the court, maybe politically. That's
right.
And we have called on the president of the country to see what he can do to intervene in this matter, and let's have peace in the southern east, so that those who are really criminals can be identified, because they are using this issue of Nnamdi Kanu detention to cause a lot of havoc in the southern east region, and everyone knows it. And
well,
so
Dr. Bani,
I would want the Supreme Court. I would want yes.
You were talking about political solution.
What I was saying, yes, what I'm saying that the president of the country, everyone has been saying, including the Ohanezes, all the stakeholders in the southeastern region, including governors, have actually stepped up and said, look, is there anything we can do, sir, in order to have this matter resolved? Because it's for the sake of the peace of the nation, sake of having absolute peace in that region. And every region must bear some level of sanity for good governance at the federal level. So I think that the president at this juncture, once again, we are using this opportunity to really appeal that we should have political solution to Nnamdi matters. Is very important. Very important.
As we wind down on this conversation, clearly this is not the end, because there's still more to come at the Federal High Court, and of course, perhaps escalate even further. But as you said, this is not in isolation. This is happening within a broader, political context, regional issues, agitations are there. With this latest judgment, how would you advise that it be taken by the parties? There were a lot of people looking forward to this, the Southeast, there's still been the challenges of, sit at home, the security unrest and economic damage which this is causing to the Southeast. So what would be your advice in terms of taking this on board for the major stakeholders, the leaders, and the people particularly?
Thank you, Coyote. All hope is not lost. And I'm not ignorant of the fact that the federal government may not be unmindful of having this matter resolved. So I believe that there are still ways out of this quagmire. Now, as the Supreme Court has finally led to raise the issue of whether the court should be divested of jurisdiction, now we are going back to the Federal High Court. There is nothing stopping the federal government now through the Attorney General of the Federation to enter a nollie, concerning this issue of going back to trial. That would be a way, maybe that process now has been created, opportunity now has been created. We'll go back to the Federal High Court. Now the federal government comes out of the way and say, look, gentlemen, we don't want to proceed in criminal trial of this young man. Let's have absolute peace in the region. And then enters nollie. And that is it. That brings to end the matter. So that opportunity is there. So anyone in the Southern East at this juncture should maintain peace, because peace is key for development. We cannot in any way develop as a nation, including the Eastern region, if we begin to create unnecessary crisis. This sit at home every Monday is causing what we call economic havoc to the Southern Eastern region economy. And it's not something anyone that loves the Southern Eastern region should do, even as a citizen of that particular region. So we want absolute peace. All hope is not lost. All hope is not lost. And I think that the president have his mind towards this, that something will be done practically very soon concerning this issue of going back to trial. Right. A nollie can be entered, and then that will be the end of the matter. So please, nobody should create any crisis or cause any havoc or insist on sit at home when it becomes very unnecessary and is hurting the economy of the Southern Eastern region. It's hurting our economy. Everyone knows it. Every governor knows it. Every citizen knows it. And the fact is that it is about us. It's not about those who live in government. We are the one hurting ourselves by doing that. So I think we should maintain peace in this jungle, because all hope is not lost. And I think that the president of the country has his mind towards having this matter resolved. He has said it several times, and I think he will, at this point in time, do something that will really make everyone to be happy. It can be a Christmas gift for all of us. This can be a Christmas. Somebody can come up tomorrow and say, we're no longer interested in prosecuting. Enter a nollie, and that's the end of it, and there will be joy in the land. And there will be joy. I was hoping for that joy today, but all hope is not lost. But it will happen very soon. I'm very optimistic about that.
Dr. Monday Ubani, former...
All right. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate every one of you right there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Thanks for joining us today. Yes, I wanted to start with that particular video of what happened today with Nnamdi Kanu. We all were very, very waiting for this particular day, 15th December 2023, for Nnamdi Kanu to be released. Unfortunately, yes, this is what most people were actually expecting, though, because at the end of the day, we know how it is, what Nigerian government can do, when it comes to this, or rather, what the Nigerian judiciary can do. But unfortunately, they refuse to allow him go. So as we talk right now, Nnamdi Kanu have been remanded in prison for trial, for more trial to go. So we are not sure, even the video that I just played right now, we are not sure how long Nnamdi Kanu is going to be there for. So unfortunately, that is what happened today. So we already re-uploaded it earlier on this morning, but we just wanted to recapitulate back again on what actually happened today. But meanwhile, Omoyele Sowore cried out earlier on, which was also re-uploaded on our channel earlier on this morning as well, that they refused him entry to the Supreme Court. Let's listen to what Omoyele Sowore have to say here.
Why would you say no access for sure? Which order? Who gave you the order? Who gave you the order? Don't. Who gave you the order that I should not have access to the...
Don't camera us there.
What? Who gave you the order? I want to call somebody. No.
Don't camera us there. I will break you.
Organize yourself.
Why are you cameraing?
Organize yourself.
Now you supposed to behave yourself.
Organize yourself.
Turn this bottle.
Organize yourself.
Oh yeah? Eba, move.
Organize yourself. Why would you want to take my phone? What do you want to take my phone for?
Come back, do your work.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just returning from the Supreme Court of Nigeria, where there was supposed to be a ruling today regarding the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu, that's the leader of Biafra, who has been in detention, illegal detention in Nigeria after he was extraordinarily renditioned from Kenya almost 2.5 years ago. And it's so shameful that the Nigerian security services mounted checkpoints at the entrance of the Supreme Court. Twice I tried to enter the Supreme Court through different gates. They refused.
Calm down.
Revised back. This is the judges who are being revised back.
Who is the judges? The judges not.
Who is the judges?
Who is the judges?
We are saying who is the judges?
Yes.
Who is the judges?
Is he a human being?
Revised back.
Just relax.
Just revised back. He said who is the judges? Revised back.
They made it clear that there's an order from above as usual that said I cannot attend to this ruling. We are waiting, and I just worry that he may not get justice today because this is a very early day or early morning sign that they might have something up their sleeves. But I hope I'm wrong for the first time today. But regardless of what they do, Kanu must be free. He must be granted his freedom because he's not a criminal. And we know who the criminals are in this country. They're the ones running the country, sadly. So that's a report from the Supreme Court this morning.
All right. Thank you very much, my people. That's Omoyele Sowore right there. To be honest, I give so much credit to Omoyele Sowore on what happened today and what he has been doing all this while for Nnamdi Kanu. You see, Omoyele Sowore is one of the brave Nigerians that we have in Nigeria today that can say things how it is. Unfortunately, the opportunity for him to rule this country is not given for a reason I don't know. So you see how he addressed the judges, even when the police officer, the female police officer, was saying, oh, the judges. Omoyele Sowore said, is that a human being? Who is the judges? Is that a human being? So not everybody that can actually do this. But nevertheless, my people, we are going to continue with all the presentation we have for you guys today. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Mother of all, Mommy Diaspora, good evening to you, Mommy. Thanks for all you do. I'm very, very happy with every one of you today. Happy weekend to you all. Christmas is around the corner. Thank you very much for what you guys are doing. Washington Morrigan, I can see you right there. David Platt, I can see you. Jude King, Michael Oganamaro, Evie Jack, Evazek Bere, Mike Akionbare, Imo Sokri, and many others. Mother Luke, I can see you as well. Good evening to you. Thank you very much, my people. Wabo Felix, Great Mind, and many others that I've already showcased on the screen. But meanwhile, I'd like us to move on right now. I'm going to post out a link for those of you that want to join the broadcast. You can click on the link and join us. For the first time, we started streaming on Instagram and Twitter. Yes, we'll be trying to work all this out all this while, but we started now. So every day now we're going to be streaming on Twitter, streaming on Instagram, and we're also streaming. In fact, we have 10 platform right now where we are streaming from. That means our voices, whether you like it or not, you're going to hear my voice. You're going to hear the voices of my panelists. So our voices will go far now. So we've upgraded to that. So yeah, I think it's good. People are actually watching us from Twitter right now. Not much because it's the first day, but they will get used to it. We also have people. If you're watching us from Twitter, please just write a comment so that I can put your comment on the screen. Thank you very much. And if you're watching us from Instagram as well, please write something and let me put on the screen as well. But meanwhile, I would like us to move on because APC have cried out saying that Wike is a distraction to Tinubu and APC. The way this matter today goes, so Wike might likely lose his appointment. Remember, Wike was not elected for that position. He was appointed by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You know what that means? I mentioned similar thing yesterday that Tinubu can wake up today and just say, Wike, we don't need you anymore. Get out. Yes, that's what appointment means. In case you're not aware, that's what appointment means. Appointment is just like a light switch that you can switch on and off. Yes, but I want us to listen to this and hear what the APC people have to say here. Press on the like button and help us to share. I'm going to post out the link right away. For those of you that want to join the panel today to put out your voice out there, then you have the opportunity to utilize the link and join us on the screen. The link has been posted, and let's take it from here. God bless you all. Let's listen to what APC have to say here.
But thank you very much indeed for bringing us up to date. Andy Omano is a RISE correspondent. He was talking to me there from the River State capital, Port Harcourt. Well, for a further assessment of the political situation in River State, I'm joined now in the studio, well, from our off-site studio, first of all, by the lawyer Jesutega Onokpasa, who's a member of the APC Publicity Committee and was a member of the APC Presidential Campaign Council, by Arise News analyst and former chairman of the editorial board of Daily Trust newspaper, Mahmood Jega, and by the public policy analyst, Chibuzo Okereke. Gentlemen, thank you very much indeed for joining us and for being patient with us as we went through that update from our correspondent in Port Harcourt, Andy Omano. Let me come to you, first of all, Jesutega Onokpasa. As this political drama continues to unfold, how is it being seen in the national corridors of the APC?
Well, it's a PDP crisis. It's a PDP affair. It doesn't really concern our party.
I would beg to disagree because 27 of the 25, we're told now, of the defectors said they were defecting to the APC. So by extension, the APC has been dragged into this crisis.
Well, we're a political party. We welcome everybody, and to the extent to which they have joined our party, I think that's a separate matter from whatever is from other issues involved in the Rivers crisis. I would just say that even the APC-led government clarified today that it's really strictly a Rivers State affair involving PDP members, not my party is not involved in that crisis at all.
But I mean, I'm going to press you on this, and I'll crave the indulgence of my other guests here. But given the ravaging destruction, or at least the perception of the ravaging destruction that Mr. Wike appears to be wreaking on the PDP, both on the national and state levels, many of his fellow party members would be forgiven for thinking of him as someone who's perhaps fairly unsavory. I mean, is there concern in the APC that if he did cross over And there's been speculation that he may well be crossover to the APC, especially if the PDP decides that they're going to let him go. He might be an equally destructive force there.
Well, if it's a question, see, that's why I was trying to separate the issues and clarify them. Our party is not involved in whatever is going on in Rivers State. Certainly, our president has no hand in it. Now, as for Wike, a lot of our party members are actually pretty uncomfortable with some of his antics. That's just the bitter truth, you know. Our president called Governor Subara, tried to achieve a settlement between the two parties, and then the next thing we hear, some people are decamping, and there are moves to impeach the governor, and then we woke up one morning, and then a budget is presented. Some people are their seats are declared vacant. The House of Assembly is being demolished. These are really, really, really very, very bad optics. That is just the truth. And I personally am uncomfortable with not a lot of our party members. Maybe they are not because they've not been coming out to say that much. They are highly uncomfortable with Minister Wike and what are basically his excesses. You are a minister of the Federal Republic, for God's sake. You are not even a member of our party. Our president gave you an appointment. Face your job, for God's sake. Just face the job. Enough of these antics, these
but people are there now Onokpasa and they talk, so that means there's a lot of things going on within APC. Many of the APC members are not happy with Wike, not even because of what he's doing right now, this power toxic and godfatherism display. Maybe they are not happy with that position at all. You know, for Wike to be the FCT minister, they are not happy about it at all. So if you look at the body language of this APC man, Onokpasa, you guys remember this guy, this man, let me call him man to respect him. This man, Onokpasa, you know, he was the guy that fought with Rufai on a live broadcast the other day, if you remember, some of you. Yes, let's listen to what they have to say, you know, on Wike.
That much. They are highly uncomfortable with Minister Wike and what are basically his excesses. You are a minister of the Federal Republic, for God's sake. You are not even a member of our party. Our president gave you an appointment. Face your job, for God's sake. Just face the job. Enough of these antics, these excesses. You know, it is for you to have managed your relationship with your godson. If peradventure there is a problem there, if the president calls you and tries to settle the problem between both of you, then even just common decency. I mean, the optics does not look good. Is it that our president is not big enough to give Minister Wike an instruction, go and settle with your son? We are politicians. There is a way politicians approach issues. The president has called you, he's your boss. We don't have two captains in our ship in APC. Maybe they do in PDP. Where there's Atiku here, there's Wike here, there's Obi there, there's whoever somewhere. In our own party, we have just one captain, and our captain is Bola Tinubu, President Bola Tinubu. So a lot of us are really uncomfortable with this. We don't need these distractions for our president. You came from another party, you are part of our government. Please just behave yourself and do the job our president gave you to do, and stop all these distractions. Leave this young man alone. Settle with him and let's get on with life, please.
Well, thank you very much.
Wow, I'm going to stop that right there. In case you want to watch the full video, you can go to Arise. It's a long video, about 47 minutes long video. All of them right there you're seeing on the screen. They have something to say. But meanwhile, let's move on. Let's quickly listen to this short clip as well about Wike.
That today, until the court says otherwise, INEC has a constitutional obligation to conduct election. And Wike is a strong advocate that when you defect, you must lose your position. He said so. He said so to former Zamfara State governor. So he cannot be saying a different thing. But politically, what has happened is that Wike is suffering from what I call chronic God complex. chronic God complex. He has assumed the position of God. And as far as he is concerned, Fubara has committed political apostasy. Having renounced his God or political God, Wike sees it as suicidal. But in the final analysis, this is the price that Nigerians have to pay for having tolerance for dictators. Wike was the governor for 8 years. He did not tolerate dissent. He did not accept contrary views. Nobody could talk to him. Nobody could make suggestions to Wike as governor. And then after 8 years, you made Fubara governor, whether by hook or crook, whether legitimately or otherwise, and you still want to determine. Can you imagine Wike came out to say that no single person from Rivers State that is holding an elected position bought a form? Dr. Abati. Ayo, that is a scandal. And he said it and got away with it. Meaning that House of Assembly members, he bought forms for them. National Assembly members, he bought forms for them. Fubara, he bought forms for them. As what? Rivers State cannot be his property.
All right, guys. All right. That's for Wike. But I would like us to go back to Oji Okpe because, what we actually talked about yesterday, she's here to talk on it as well. But I'd like to see what they have to say about it. Please press on the like button, help us to share. The like is very, very minimal right now. Anywhere you're watching us from, we are streaming from 8 platforms. Please press on that like from wherever you're watching us from. Help us to share as well to hit more visibility. I appreciate every one of you. I can see some of you are still on the backstage. I will accept you shortly. But meanwhile, let me quickly put this on your screen.
Well, all right. Well, good morning to you, viewers. Let's begin what's trending. The Minister of Trade and Industry, Doris Uzoka Anete, has come under fire on social media after she appeared before the Senate Committee on Trade and Industry to defend the 2024 budget of the ministry on Tuesday. Senator representing Edo North, Adams Oshiomhole, speaking during the panel session, condemned the allocation of 1 billion naira to maintain the ministry's office in Geneva, Switzerland. He argued that officials at the Trade Ministry office.
I have to stop that right there because of the comment I saw in the comment section. Esther Indo say make capital for screen, because I agree with this comment 100%. She said if they don't call Obi, their market not go sell. Exactly. Most you mention Obi, they are talking about PDP and APC. You are mentioning Obi because you want people to, because of mentioning that name, maybe a lot of people might want to listen to you. Esther, you hit the nail. Thank you.
In Geneva should take up more responsibility. He also questioned why the minister was always absent from her office. Let's take a look before we come back for a discussion.
Number 2, not be found in your office and be found elsewhere. He claimed to know where you were. I don't know whether he's tracking you. But there is one major thing that I've seen in all the committees that I've attended, and this is something the Senate has to look at. Every time Nigeria has to travel, including your ministry, I use the word, and excuse me, but we need to be brutally frank, but not brutal to people, but in terms of calling a spade. We always have the largest delegation of Nigerians to trade missions. Now I see in your proposal, you have trade mission in Geneva, and you are going to spend almost over 1.something billion naira to maintain your Geneva office, which means ideally you have trade experts in that office. And when I used to go to Geneva, where Nigerian ministers go with 30-man delegation, America will use their trade officers in Geneva to attend those meetings. They are just pure technical people. In Nigeria, the minister will lead the delegation, and by the time you multiply now, I don't know what the extra code is now, times 1,000, whatever it is, you'll find that ministers in trying to help put their people on trips, they don't attend the meetings, and they spend most of that time shopping at the expense of taxpayers. That explains substantially why you will find huge overhead. I'm just asking myself, you are going to spend in your ministry 900 and, that is headquarters alone, 905 million naira. And sometimes when you put for 02 kobo, I really don't know how these numbers are generated because nobody sees kobo anymore. It doesn't exist. And every budget you put it there as if it was meant to be a joke. Budget is meant to be an honest statement, not a formality.
Budget is an honest statement, not a formality. I thought Adams Oshiomhole made a lot of valid points, but we've got mixed reactions from his statement as well. But I thought that he did really good. This is from Timmy, who wrote, imagine having 50% of Oshiomhole's kind in the Senate and the House of Representatives asking the right questions and demanding accountability and transparency. How can you know how to spend nation's progress and prosperity? The First Lady spoke after she was conferred with the Grand Patron of the National Council for Women Societies at the State House in Abuja.
I firmly believe that empowering women is not just a matter of social justice, but also as a catalyst for national development. When women are empowered, they become agents of change, driving economic growth, fostering peace and stability, and nurturing the next generation of leaders. I will thrive more in addition to what I've been doing already through the Renewed Hope Initiative to create.
All right, thank you very much, my people. I'm going to stop that right there because we have, but we're done with videos right now. So we have a couple of articles to present to you. In fact, a very, very heartbreaking articles to present right now. So prepare to take this, my people. I appreciate you all. Continue to press on the like button. Help us to share. Let's do this together. Wherever you're watching us from, please press on the like button. We currently have 690 people watching us right here, across. So on Naija Watch there, we have 300 or something watching us on Naija Watch. Please, I'm not going to check the like right now because I have a couple of things to do. I'm currently multitasking, but I'll check the likes before I start calling on people to contribute to this presentation. But please do your part, let our voices go far. But meanwhile, I would like us to start from here. Let me quickly start from what I have for you guys here, because this is, a House of Rep member accuses Wike of assassinating police DPO in Rivers State. This one be as it gets, In fact, there's a video to this. In fact, let me put the article first. Politics Nigeria revealed this. Then we'll hear the woman talking directly on the video. Say Wike assassinates police DPO in Rivers State. As you all can see right there, this Politics Nigeria breaking. House of Rep member accuses Wike of assassinating police DPO in Rivers State. As you all can see right there, the House of Representative member from Rivers State, Boma Goodhead, has accused Wike of masterminding the murder of Bako Agbashin, a divisional police officer in Ahoda local government area of the states. Okay, let's listen to her. I think this is a pathetic one. Unfortunately, whatever you report, in Nigeria, nothing happened. That's where we find ourselves. It's very, very unfortunate. But meanwhile, let me put this here. If it was a working country, with this information right now, Wike is supposed to already be facing some kind of questioning. But because in Nigeria, anything can happen. So, and, I don't know what to say about that. But let me put this on the screen. We'll take it from here. Let's hear from her. Press on the like button, my people. Press on the $sign, and let's take it from here. Okay, there you go. Listen to this.
I want to send a clear message to the federal government of Nigeria. Yes. Contrary to the belief of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that Wike delivered Rivers State to him. Yes. Even the Wike failed in his unit. Yes, He failed in his work. Yes. And he failed in his LG. Yes. And we're also here to tell Ahmed Bola Tinubu that he should call Wike for order. Because the next time he comes into Rivers State to disturb the peaceful people of Rivers State, we are not going to sit down and hold our hands. Please, president of Nigeria. If you contest, and the DSS and the police to arrest the former governor of Rivers State, the now minister of FCT, for defrauding the people of Ogoniland. Please, we want you to call Melekiari, the GMT, Wike, and also Sahara. These are the people that released a whooping sum of $300 million for the settlement of the development of Ogoni people. But only one individual, yes, is the one Wike, took the money and ran away. This is also a man that brought the director of Federal Land Revenue and was cutting away 9 billion out of the 15 billion generated revenue of Rivers State people every month. Please tell him to return this funds back. This is one individual that has kept the state as if it's his private enterprise. And at the end of the day, he goes about bragging that the federal government is in his pocket, the judiciary is in his pocket, the presidency is in his pocket, the chief of staff is in his pocket, the security agencies are in his pocket. But let us tell him that Rivers State cannot be in his pocket. He said he procures every appointment with money. He can procure the appointment here with the money of Rivers State and no problem. But let me also tell President Bola Tinubu and the people of Nigeria that this man just says a 1 weekend lies in advance. He's a serial liar, he's a demonic liar, he's a pathological liar, he's someone that is not consistent with anything, only lies. So please, we are tired of holding our hands. The next time any of these insecurity operatives, especially London, I promise, they come into Rivers State again to start misbehaving. Anyone shot from them, we answer them tail with our own.
That's what we thought.
We defend ourselves and we defend our resources. Yes. Nobody should think that we are cowards. If Yeso is a 1 weekend and those is Tangolo and Okunguru and Menede and Oshishade think they are testicles, they should come to Rivers State again. And we show them what it means to hold Rivers State. Mr. President, you have won your Supreme Court case. Tell this retard of a man, come just say 1 weekend, that enough of this shenanigan. We are not going to take this anymore. No more will it be said of Rivers State again. That one individual can come up to control Rivers State anymore. We are for Rivers, and Rivers is for us.
That's our stand.
Rivers is for Rivers. So yes, there is a 1 weekend. I'm calling you out that if you're a man with just your Tangolo, Kubro, Shishade, and the Menede, come out to Rivers State.
We dare you.
I dare you. I'm telling you, come out if you're a man. And also want to tell those people that think that the overrating yesterday is a 1 weekend. Wike is nobody without the people of Rivers State. We gave him the glory and we're taking it back.
Yes.
Rivers State is not ashamed to yesterday is a 1 weekend. Yesterday is a 1 weekend. Mr. President, call him and Parinada Ipigi with Tumene, Teko, and Samuel, one of Wike. They are responsible for the murder of DPO Paco. I can attest to that fact. I'm not scared to attest to the fact. Let them call it. I will be there, and I will say more when we have involved in DSS. Yes, there is a one weekend. You send people to tell me that I should wash my back. You wash your back because I will go for you. I will take the war to every city. I will bring it down. You cannot bring the people of River State down. You will bring it down. You will bring the war to every city. If every city people cannot do anything to stop your friends, the one weekend. Come and bring us out. We'll go there and bring him down. We are ready. You know you're a man. And also want to take the governor of River State for not sacking the commissioners that we can impose on him. That on their own, after passing the wonderful budget for the people of River State, their conscience told them to resign. We applaud them for a job well done. Yes. So thank you, the people of River State. Tomorrow we also occupy River State. River State.
All right. Before we continue with my presentation, I don't know, all of you listening to who watched that video, that lady's video, I don't know what you actually learned from it. But the only thing I learned from that woman is that we have one life to live. Stand for what is right. Say it how it is. If you are rubbish shoulder with these satanic people that have caused you and I the pains that we are facing today, you are still going to die. Yes. So if you are saying the truth, you are still going to die. We all are going to die someday. We pray for long life and prosperity, right? And we pray for good health. But one thing that you must understand is that if you know somebody that is causing other people's pains and you decided to cover up for that person, you are guilty of the same sin. I understand some people will say, oh, how come say the woman not talk ever since? We should stop all this, because that is the reason why. In fact, that statement is an hindrance to so many people who wanted to come out to say something that they are aware of, maybe years ago, but because they already know people will accuse them, why you not talk, sis? Why you not talk? You cannot push people when to talk. Some people have time to talk. When they talk, allow them, listen to them, encourage them to say more. This lady just dare the DSS that she will come out to testify to the murder of that DPO by Wike. That's what she said. She said she will come out, she will say more. But unfortunately, in a country where, you know, many people chooses to support evil, many people chooses to call black white, you will wash out. In the next 24 hours, this old story right now, you're not going to hear it anymore. I bet you. Yes, you're not going to hear it anymore in the next 24 hours. I'm not even saying the next 72 hours or 48 hours. In the next 24 hours, this story don't die. Everybody have moved on. This is where we find ourselves. This is why we are still where we are today in Nigeria. Because everybody have chosen, almost everybody have chosen to rub their shoulder with satanic politicians because of what they can get. Yes, this woman now is coming out. This is a woman. You know, she already know, because that a killer is a killer. I'm not sure who is if what she's saying allegedly, but she's saying she will testify to it. But yes, for her to come out like this, she already know that her life will be in danger. But she chooses to stand for what is right, regardless of whatever that or the consequences that will happen. Listen. Let's move on, my people. We have a couple of things to present to you so that we can quickly move on. I thought that was the previous video was the last video until I found this, but let me bring other stuff to your screen quickly. You know, please bear with us. Just press on the like button and let's take this together. Then let's quickly move on to the CJN here. Let me bring this to your screen. 3, 2, there you go. Okay, as you all can see that one there, CJN Ariwola appoint younger brother Adebayo Ariwola as new auditor for National Judicial Council. I tell you now, as Nigeria be, anything just they happen and nothing is done about it. You know, let me quickly take this one. Oh, the advert here is not good. Okay, the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Olukayode Ariwola, has appointed his younger brother, Adebayo Ariwola, as the new auditor for the National Judicial Council's NJC. People's Gazette can report based on the confirmations obtained last week. So let me quickly move out of here and come and read from here quickly. Because some advert here, I'm trying to avoid them. Is not suitable for our broadcast. Okay, the appointment places the younger brother Ariwola in a key position overseeing the internal audit unit of the NJC, a role with substantial authority to ensure financial integrity and responsibility within the commission. He is now responsible for evaluating the commission internal controls, scrutinizing accounting processes, and ensuring compliance with legal standards. Justice Ariwola, who holds a position of near supreme authority with vast powers within the judiciary, now has a direct family link to the head of a crucial oversight unit, arguably the only unit capable of exercising independence and effectively checking and balancing and the excesses within the CJN's domain. Hey, God. I can't believe this. Let's continue. When contacted by the Gazette, the spokesperson of the NJC, Soji Oye, said he could not say any word on the matter. This outlet could not immediately reach the spokesperson for the Supreme Court, Festus Akande, for comment. Mr. Ariwola appointment despite his relationship with the Chief Justice amplifies concerns surrounding potential conflicts of interest and could be reflecting a stage consolidation of power within the judiciary in ways that arise questions about the internal transparency that is fundamental to the integrity of any institution. Then it went on. Unquote, it is about transparency here, Chido Unuma, an anti-corruption campaigner, said, unquote, there is no chance that the auditor will do anything to the detriment of his older brother. And there lies the fundamental issue with the appointments. Mr. Onuma, who coordinates the African Center for Media and Information Literacy, said the perception carries weight and that the Chief Justice should ordinarily be aware of this. Even if the brother were qualified to be auditor, it is part of the sacrifice that they must collectively make for the sanctity of the Chief Justice office for being in leadership position, said Mr. Onuma. He added, if the brother were appearing before him in case, his opponent could validly ask Justice Ariwola to rescue himself from the matter. And the same logic just follows that two members of the same family cannot be watching over each other in a government institution. Mr. Ariwola was previously an accountant with the NJC before his promotion to the top-level role. An Action Public Affairs analyst, Larry Soresh, believes should be given the benefit of doubt. We should be fair to assume the NJC will not skip critical hierarchies to appoint the brother of CJN as auditor, he said. Every civil servant has the right to aspire to senior position within their sphere. I will stop it right there because it's a long debate right there, but this is very, very unfortunate. It's sad that with everything that is currently going on in Nigeria, Nigerians in Nigeria are still very quiet at this particular moment. For me, I don't see anything wrong. People coming out with their placard, demonstrating their displeasure, demonstrating their plight, demonstrating their dissatisfaction on what is currently going on in Nigeria, because Everything that is happening right now in Nigeria is affecting every individualism. But unfortunately, these guys are not talking. It's very, very sad. But meanwhile, I'd like us to move out of this quickly because of time, because I really want to hear from my own panelists as well. Guys, press on the like button and let's do this together. We still have about 2 to go. Okay, I'd like to quickly divert out of Nigeria right now, but it's still the case of Nigeria. Okay, let's take this one quickly. I'm just going to take 1 or 2 paragraphs so that we can move on to the other one quickly. As you all can see, there are 4 UK health workers jailed for abusing elderly patients. Look at their faces right there. Very unfortunate. You know, in this postmodernism, we still have people who treat elderly people wrongly, even when you know that we have secret cameras everywhere, CCTV everywhere. Now, unfortunately, evil is evil. Who is evil is evil. No matter anywhere you take them to, they remain evil. But meanwhile, let's quickly take this one here. 4 health workers have been jailed after they were caught on camera physically and emotionally abusing an elderly patient, report the BBC on Thursday. While Tokara and Morataro Adefila were found guilty of ill treatment and willful neglect and sentenced on December 8 to 4 months in prison. Danny Ohen and Bridget Aidenya were also found guilty of the same offenses and sentenced to 6 months and 4 months, respectively, on November 14. The police revealed that the workers were caught on camera manhandling the 89-year-old woman who had vascular dementia and could not speak. Oh, God, this is... I'll just stop you right there, man. Like I said, evil is evil. No matter what you try to do with evil person, anywhere you take them to, no matter their pretense, they will still hurt you. If you allow them to your house, after a while, once they get their comfort, they will hurt you or your children or your husband or wife. They will hurt you. Evil is evil. When you notice these people, don't ever give them second chance because they don't ever change. This is very, very unfortunate. 89 years old woman, you know, you treated her that way. I don't understand. To be honest, like I normally say on this platform all the time, we blame our government all the time. What about us? Yes, what about us? If you give okay, tell me now, if you give one of those 4 people that I just showcased their faces, if you give them the opportunity to become a leader in Nigeria, you think they will do well? Okay, that answer is straight, right? You think they will do well? So this is the problem that we are facing in Nigeria. You know, we have lots of problems, not just the government. We ourselves must work on ourselves. But meanwhile, I would like to quickly take another stuff here. I believe I have another one here for you. Let me check quickly. Okay, just one more to go. This one is coming from Twitter though, but the sanctity is what I'm not sure. But let me just take it and I'll put it as allegedly. All right, let's put this as allegedly. As you can see here, Tinubu secretly paid 169.4 billion as petrol subsidy in the month of August to keep petrol price at 620 naira per liter after claiming subsidy is gone. So, as you can see, the Daily Trust had reported in September that despite the numerous assurances by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that the petrol subsidy regime was gone, the government paid 169.4 billion as subsidy in August to keep the pump price at 620 naira per liter. But meanwhile, my people, I'm done with my presentation right now. So I think it's the time for my panelists to start talking. For those of you that want to call in, this is the opportunity for you to call in right now. But before that, I would like us to quickly go on this short break here. When I come back, I might pick a call or I'll call on the next panelist to speak to us. God bless all. Let's listen to this quickly.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Okay, thank you very much, my people. I appreciate every one of you right there. Thank you so much. Happy Christmas to every one of you. Christmas is around the corner next week. Yes, it's really, really, really around the corner. And for those of you that love me, that like what I'm doing, please keep my Christmas present. Yes, because I go mention name that very day. I will deliberately come out that very day to receive my present from every one of you that wish me well. My Christmas gift, just go package them. And meanwhile, my brother Black Panther, your jacket where you wear yours now, that one meanwhile you collect that your Adidas jacket, I will collect them from you sharply. That my Christmas gift. Now be that one. I cite them from here. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you.
Now me the number one. You don't start. You do well.
Yes, so I tell you, say I see that your jacket, Thank you very much, my wonderful people. I appreciate you all. Let me take the first call here, then I'll come back to the panel again. Madam Origin, thank you very much for calling in. God bless you. Good evening to you. Please talk to us, ma'am.
Thank you so much for, I know that I try to do this quickly so I can stay by the side and listen to our wonderful panelists that always never fail. And I greet each and every one of them and I say thank you all for all you do. I greet all our well-meaning Nigerians, all people of goodwill. And thank you so much, Mr. Niger Watch, for dousing the tension. I'm sure you know all of us are, everybody is taste with what is going on, but we are here. We are here. We will get it right by God's grace. Yes. Funny enough, I'm beginning to like all these, my catchphrase. I'm compiling all the catchphrase for our wonderful panelists, what they stand for. For Mr. Black Panther, Mr. Black Panther, yes, the constitution man, we don't have a constitution, therefore we don't have a country. Then give us our mandate. This is your own. Your own is so sweet. You said, Mahmoud selected for Nigeria. Certificate forger, criminal drug baron, that's a TIFO that, and you say, I stand for character, competence, capacity, compassion. And that is, Mr. Give us your mandate. Give us our mandate. Thank you so much for all you people do. And every catchphrase have a focus. It helps us know why we are here. The devil is in the detail remains my favorite. So I bring today what I want to focus on for my submission is a kind of a sort of a plea to our Southeast, South governors and elders. And I'm going to put it in form of proverb. I'm going to paraphrase it because the proverb, if I bring it raw, a lot of people may not kind of catch it. They may not catch it. So, and it is for obvious reasons, I want to paraphrase it. It goes this way. A mound hill, aka large pile of earth, sand. Now, this is the explanation of the proverb. A group of siblings were driven down from the hilltop. A few siblings began to heap Mound Hill and decided to call it a hill. And they stood upon it, pretending they are on a hill. These few greedy, gullible, coward, megalomaniac siblings stood on the mound, which they now call a hill, began to treat their siblings just like those that drove them down from the hill. and began to prepare them for final destruction by the people who drove them down. Now, that was my proverb. And to you, Southeast, particularly Southeast governors, from the one that bombs his state to the NYC forger Olanipeko installed, who is pushing right now to become the face of Ohanese. And you're enjoying your porridge at the expense of your brethren. What I want to tell you is this. The face of Ohanese, if you want to be a face of Ohanese, which you're pushing our respected elder Iwanyan, I hope he doesn't become the next Wole Soyinka. You see, Ohanese is a compound name that comprises of two entities, Oha and Eze. For you need to look back and see if the Oha are behind you. Otherwise, you're embarking on a lonely journey. I think I'll raise that proverb there. Thank you, Mr. Niger Watch. God bless you.
Thank you, Madam Origin. God bless you too. Thank you. All right, guys, let me come back to the people on the panel. I want to appreciate every one of you, starting with Madam Luke. Thank you very much for the first super chat today. That's wonderful. I'm very, very encouraged with that. May God bless you. My pocket never, ever, 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 ever run dry. Guys, press on the like button. Help us to share. Yes, I promise I'm going to look at the like. Let me see the like. I don't know how many likes we have today. Let me quickly check right now so that guys, okay, we have 133 likes. I think, yeah, thank you very much, everybody that have hit on that like. Please, let's take, we have about 400 people watching us from Nigeria Watch alone. So if you can keep that like going, let's take it to at least a minimum of 200 right there. That would be nice. Thank you so much, my people. I appreciate you all. Let me call on the first person on the panel today, which is give us a mandate. Give us a mandate, my brother. Talk to us. Good evening to you.
Good evening to you. Hopefully you can hear me clearly.
Yes.
Other panelists, greetings to everyone. Callers, greetings to you. Thank you for your kind words. We do appreciate you, Madam Origin. Everyone in the comment section, we greet everyone. There is no better time to actually love your country than now. And you may ask me, what's the reason for that? The reason is just not far from the fact that some weeks ago or some months ago, some Israelis actually bought the plane from all over the world. And what was the agenda? To return back home. Why were they returning back home? Because Israel was on fire. And so they said, we will not sit down here and allow our country to go down. They all went back home. Some probably not even trained as military personnel, but they all went back home because they have a country to save. They have a people to secure, and they have a territory to protect. As Nigerians, you may say, oh, we are not there yet. Maybe if we get there, maybe some people in the diasporas will return back home to go do same. But we are there today. The only difference is the fact that we are not carrying cold iron and releasing cold iron objects on ourselves. We're there today because we have looters, satanic agents evil people in power. We're dead today because people actually have sold their integrity, they sold their mind, they sold everything that has to do with humanity. They don't care about others, they only care for themselves and their families. We're dead today because the house of the people are being brought down all over the places, but people don't pay attention. So you and I, we are actually here today because of one mantra. And probably to circle back on what Madam Origin said, because one man came out and told us character, competence, capacity, and compassion. And if you look at what is happening today in Rivers State and the country entirely, those C's are actually missing. Missing because one, the criminal drug baron selected by Mahmoud Yakub is the one in power. Now, all of these have trickle effects, and that's why you're seeing what you're seeing in Rivers State. Like I said yesterday, Rivers State and Nigeria as a whole is a lawless place. As it stands right now, there is no law in Rivers State. There is no law. I mean, I was just watching on news. Do you know the 25 defected members of the House are holding their own meeting somewhere else? These are guys that their seats have been declared vacant. And they still have the boldness to still hold meetings. On what ground? Because the country is running on autopilot. There is no leadership being provided. Because what do you think of a criminal drug baron? He does not have the infantry to provide leadership. No, he cannot give what he don't have. He cannot give it. Don't forget, this guy rules by divide and rule strategy. Once the people are divided, he is very, very happy. And that is one of the main character of a narcotic ring leader. Watch it, people. More is still to come. More will come. Kano State is actually hanging now. They're going to take their matter to Supreme Court. Only God knows what's going to happen. Because of what? A criminal drug baron did not win the election. Mahmoud Yakub selected him and imposed him on Nigerians. Now, that's why you can now have what you have in Rivers State, because Mr. Elvis, there was a time he showed on Toros here. Wike said on a live TV, he was caught on camera during the election where he said that somebody should call the Residential Electoral Commission for Rivers State, that guy will not leave the state. If not, he's going to buy the guy. If you still remember, sir. Wike said that
I can't
during
really
the
remember.
election.
I can't remember, but I'll search it.
That video, that tape is somewhere. Wike was bragging that the INEC Electoral Commissioner will not leave the state until they do what he wants them to do, and if not, he's going to buy them. The word of that woman just confirmed what Wike did during the election. Wike is a man that can do anything to get whatever he wants to get in as much as he gets it. He doesn't care the means by which he gets it. It is now clear to Nigerians that Wike took the will of the people of Rivers during the election. The good vote they gave to Peter Gregory will be my president. Wike changed all of the votes and gave it to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. the criminal drug baron. You may say Fubara is doing well. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but they all work in cahoots to rig the election for Tinubu. Fubara was the money bag for Wike. Now today, because this guy did not get what he wants, the state money, state allocation, giving you 20 billion every month, because he didn't get it, they had to destroy it. They had to bring down the house of the people for this ban. Is it not clear to you now that it is only character, compassion, capacity, and competence that can save our community or save our nation? So when Mr. Peter Gregory Obi made that statement, he's not just to just probably release one. No, there are many quotes that he said. Somebody said yesterday also, Peter Gregory Obi said, if you must be addressed as His Excellency, the means by which you get there must be excellent. Tinubu did not get the power he did not get it through a clear means. He stole the people's mandate. He stole the will of the people. What they gave to Peter Gregory Obi. Peter Gregory Obi won the election. Baba Chelawal is still everywhere saying it today. We know it. On this channel, we saw it. And we are counting for Peter Gregory Obi. LUP 71, LUP 78, LUP 80, Obi, Kerenke, Obi, Kerenke, Obi, 100. And these guys, they did the evil that they did just because a criminal drug baron had to be the president. The Oro worshippers in Lagos, they defied their own God because this man had to be the president. They don't care what was going to happen. 8 people were pied in the election. A 19 years old were pied himself willfully because of the election. All of those things happen. Now you now go to Rivers. All of those nonsense happened there. Destroy INEC materials. Destroy things. People were, man. Now the consequence of that act is what River is suffering today. Because Wike believes that he's untouchable, he's unmovable, he has caged the river people. But I thank God. I mean, that woman, I don't know who you are, madam, but God bless you. Maybe more women should even come out and do this, because I don't know what our men are doing. I don't really know. That woman said Wike told me. I think it's the second time she said it, that Wike told her to watch her back. The woman, she had made that comment before somewhere. That Wike told her to watch her back. Now, Onokpasa is crying that Wike wants to destroy their party. But when they were enjoying man, you see wickedness of men. When they were enjoying the rigging that Wike did for them, Wike was not destroying their party then. All of a sudden today, because, man, Mr. Onokpasa, I know who you are. You are not far from all of these wicked elders. I mean, Madam Origi she has a kind of a box where she put all of you in. You are not far from them. No wonder you are raising your voice on Rufai. You are calling Rufai a badly raised child. Rufai is a badly raised child, but he gave to his own community. You, the lack of integrity elder, you are supporting these evil people. When Wike was stealing the vote of Peter Gregory Obi for you guys in the River State, Wike was not destroying your party. Wike was not distracting your president, because you called Tinubu your president. Thank God you even know that it's your own president, not our own president. So when Wike was stealing the vote in River State, he was doing good. In fact, somebody even said it. One of the guys from the north, he said, he was wondering how Wike was going to do it to give them votes, to help them win River State. And Wike did it and delivered River State. The man said he was shocked that Wike did it. Onokpasa, Wike did not deliver the votes to you guys on a clean slate. Wike rigged the election in River State. His friend, Fayo Oshe, Maybe EFCC, they are suspended on him or they are still troubling him. We don't know. But Fayoshe also told us that they know how Tinubu, the criminal drug baron, won this vote in Ekiti State because they are the one that gave it to him. So what they did was to use the election of a past year, the same result, the same number, and just deliver it to Bola Ahmed Tinubu because a criminal drug baron has to be the president. Whether we can bring down...
All right, round up in 1 minute, sir.
All I care, I want to see Wike no stop, press the neck for Fubara well. And Fubara, you too, make sure say Wike no come River State. All I want to see is that the books must be open. The amount of money, what he did during the election, how you guys did the evil. I want to Fubara, Wike, you have not done anything for Fubara. And Fubara, you have not done anything for Wike. In fact, you never do anything. Do more. Waiting you do not, waiting you don't do safe. Then to Nnamdi Kanu, I said here yesterday that if this guy if he's released today, he wants to score political goal. But they know what they are doing. These guys, they know their intention. Now they are going to, revisit the case again on Nnamdi Kanu based on what? Terrorism. How many? So Nnamdi Kanu can be charged for terrorism. Then what about the vice president, Kashim Shettima? The last time I checked, he is the head of Boko Haram, and he sits as the vice president. My brother, we will be here as much as I have breath in me, and this channel remain. I will come out every day. I will give my own 2 cents because Nigeria must be better. There are people suffering. Christmas is coming now. Some cannot even afford chicken. Bag of rice. Maybe 3 or 4 families will come and share it together. And these guys are looting. They are snatching. They are running away with it. Now all of you have done the evil. Let's see how this whole thing will end. And to Ariwola, your time has come. We will see how you will look in the eyes of the world. If they're going to chase you out as a CJN, or you are going to remain. But my fellow Nigerians, there are many things to unravel. I think the emergence of my president, Mr. Peter Gregory Obi, has really revealed what Nigeria is as a country to the whole world. But I'll hang it here. If I have more time, I'll come back. But thank you, Mr. Peter Gregory Obi, for even allowing yourself to run this year. You have exposed the evil in our country. You stand for compassion, you stand for character, you stand for integrity, and you stand for compassion. You show it to us by going to Kaduna State. I know during Christmas, you have an agenda. Maybe you will be going to IDP camp, I don't know. But I know you will do something during Christmas too. That is a leader, not somebody going to Maiduguri. You left Kaduna where the bomb happened and went to Maiduguri and told them that is the act of God. We will see how this whole thing plays out. Thank you very much, Mr. Eldis. I appreciate you.
All right. Give us a Monday. Thank you very much, my brother, for your wonderful submission right there. Thank you, guys. Please help us to press on the like button. Let our voices go far. We can't continue like this. Let me call on the next person, which is Olumide. Oga Olumide, are you available to speak right now, or I should skip you for now? Okay, seems you're not available right now. Let me go to Mr. Chuks Obibweze. Mr. Chuks Obibweze, good evening to you, sir. Thanks for joining us. It's good to hear from you again. It's been a while. Talk to us, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Elvis. Good evening, fellow panelists and everybody watching us. It's good hearing from you again. I don't know how to say this, but I don't know how you guys, get this energy, get this strength, less, I don't know, but the problem is, day by day when I watch Nigeria, I watch news from Nigeria and listen to everything happening, I just I just don't want to get depressed. It's better I stay aside, listen and watch, our wonderful panelists and everybody contributing. Even at a certain point, I can't even, comment on comment section. I just don't, I just read and laugh, because it's that tough. It's that tough. The country is completely, I don't know how to describe the country. Sometimes I wonder by myself if actually there is going to be anything to be done, to get Nigeria back. Because the way things are going, Mr. Elvis, I just have to be honest. The way things are going, it's not, I don't think there's any going back for Nigeria. I just have to be honest. Because you can imagine whereby things happens. After one day, we forget about it. How is it going to get better? How? The main stream media, all the platforms, everybody are showcasing all the evil happening. But after one day, another evil happened. We forget that one. Is that? I mean, how? I just think it by myself, and I can't comprehend how it's gonna get better. And that's why sometimes I feel I don't want to get myself upset and all this. I'm just being angry, just total angry. Like if I'm in Nigeria listening and seeing all this, and I don't know how I'm gonna behave because I'm totally angry. This country, Nigeria, I'm telling everybody who cares to hear. It's not a country. It's nothing. It's just a bunch of cowboys running all over the place, doing whatever they want. That's how I see Nigeria. That's how that country looks like now. Nothing. How can what is happening in River State happen in any organized society? How? Everybody is having their guns all over the place. Everybody is talking anyhow. We might be praising that lady, but how? How can a woman or a person come on TV or put it out there that just nothing anybody can do? If you want to fight, come down and fight. Or we're banning you, don't come in. Does that not send us a message? There's no rule of law. Everything is completely, and anybody is doing whatever they want because nothing is going to happen. Absolutely nothing is going to happen. And that's why it's paining me. It hurts me a lot. If I have my way, I wouldn't want to be listening to Nigerian news anymore. If I can have my way. But unfortunately, it's impossible. It is impossible. Because what are we even not talking? Look at what happened. Because you're fighting, you went there and bring the state house down. Everybody is talking. Look at the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Look at what the judge the Supreme Court have to come and say. Although they did something wrong by kidnapping him. You mentioned that by yourself. Yet, you're telling us there is another law. Let me tell them how law works, how justice works, is the judges to stamp their authority. He's giving us an excuse that there's no law none in Nigeria to do so. Supreme Court creates law. How does that happen? Because if you know that this is wrong and you are there to correct it, you can say, because you do this, let that man go. So that you learn from your lesson and every other security agencies should know that for you to do this, you have to start from the beginning and do it right. And that's how it is supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. And that's why I have no respect for anybody called lawyer or judge in Nigeria. No, I have no respect for any one of them. None. None. Because that's who they are. That's who they are. Is Nigerian law system different from any other? Who taught them that? We are living today. You go there, you do the wrong thing because somebody has done something wrong. You will see how the judge will correct that. He will let you know. You can't do that. If I'm walking on the street and somebody insult me and I beat up the person, I go to prison. I go there, they tell you, you know what you should have done. It didn't save you from that. It is people who put that as law. Not the politicians go there and write it as law. This is quite unfortunate. I'm so disappointed with Nigeria because I am saying it. Nigeria is not coming back. And until we tell ourselves the truth, until the people are ready, there's nothing anybody can do about this. Nothing. If they like, let them start organizing from now till heaven. Nothing anybody can do about it. It's either we take it by force, telling them it is our right. We got to take our right back by force. Or else we will continue to talk and talk. It's only talk and get angry, get emotional, probably get, a bit of mental health for a few hours. That's the only thing we're going to end up with until we do the right thing. Nothing is going to happen. Mr. Elvis, please, there's one video I sent you, for Agbekova. Maybe if you have time, you can play that video. Because that provides a little solution to what should happen. Because the way these things are going, there's nowhere. It looks like nobody is at the top. It looks like nobody is at the middle. It looks like nobody is anywhere at all. That anybody can just go out there, do what they want, and go home. Asare Dokubo is on his own, saying what he can do. Every other person is every angle saying what they can do. And nobody is shutting anybody up. Nobody is saying, hey, you're not allowed to say so. It's quite unfortunate. Quite unfortunate. And I don't know how to react to everything that is coming out from Nigeria. And that's why, I don't know. I don't know. You guys are strong. Because you look at this. What hurts me most is when we are talking another one is happening. And all of a sudden, you see that one we are talking, we abandon it and hit to the other one for 3-4 hours. Come on, man. That won't save nobody. That won't save nobody. That won't take no Nigeria back from these people. Because if we understand how these people are, look at National Assembly. State Assembly. Just empty themselves, saying they are going one direction. And nothing happens. Look at governor. A whole governor was shot at. From that day, I know Nigeria, that's a serious issue in Nigeria. A whole governor was shot at in his own state, where he is the chief security officer of that state. Until death, nothing has ever happened. And who am I? Who are people that are on the street? That's an indication that nothing will come out of all these things except we Nigerians are ready to take back our country. Mr. Elvis, I yield the mic here. Thank you.
Mr. Elvis, are you there?
I think he is not there.
Okay. I don't know. I think the next person now should be Mr. Olumide, if he's available. Mr. Olumide, are you there? Okay, Mr. Olumide is not there. Black Panther.
Let me talk. As
Okay.
somebody did it, let me just speak.
Okay.
I
don't know
thank
if you did come in
everybody.
before Madam Luke, or Madam Luke before you. Came before you.
I don't know. I don't have the, but
Okay.
I'm at the middle there.
Okay, go ahead then. Go ahead.
I thank everyone. I thank Nigeria Watch. I thank everyone that has spoken. This is another great day in which God has blessed.
Black Panther, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Just go ahead. I was attacked. Thank you.
This is another great day in which God has blessed, and we are pleased. God has blessed Nigeria. But some people, they are trying to turn the hands of the blessing to another level. But before I go further, I want to thank especially Nigeria Watch. I want to thank especially our mother in the house. I want to thank our mother that called in. What you spoke about the Constitution, as you alter those words, one person in Nigeria has gotten it and has keyed in. So I would also like to say, those of us that are speaking truth to power, God will continue to bless us. Because I have seen this scenario before. While I was in the higher institution, it's a micro sector, micro one. I've seen this very scenario before. So when I keyed in, there's no going back. Because it is our country. Like I would always like to start, Nigeria, we have to come together. That is what they are scared of. That is what even the military wants us to do. The power is in our hand. We have to come together and make demand. We have to come together and tell them this demand must be held. If it's not adhered to, there is no country. Now, I was in a space yesterday. Somebody was talking, accusing Mr. Obi of causing the whole problem, production, but he's importing. Some obedient were there. Some who are not obedient were telling him, what is the business of Peter Obi here? Why is that Peter Obi is the one that is speaking? Other candidates, president candidates, they are sleeping. They are opposition, but they decide to dine with the devil. And I was in this space again. I heard one he said Peter Obi committed a sacrilege. There's a word he used. I think Mr. Olumide will know that word he used. He was there too. And they attack Olumide for making some statement that those things they are talking is absolutely wrong. He will make that statement. I can't remember it. And one of them, I tell Mr. Najawad, watch out for people that come to tell us that, oh, Nigeria is running. They will support you. They will go this way. They will go that way. Watch out for those people. I am saying this now. I know why I'm saying it. I'm saying it we are going somewhere. We are going somewhere, and they are waiting for us at the front. So we must be very careful. Somebody said the kind of corruption in UK is the same thing you have in Nigeria. A UK person living in UK. I laughed. You all know the person. I laughed. I said, look at this sycophancy. Look at this hypocritical type of smelling character that cannot stand, that are standing beside the oligarch, the Hausa oligarch, the Fulani oligarch, and the political oligarch in Nigeria. They are eating from the crumbs from the master's table. And to God who made me, that same place they are eating from, those people will poison them. They will not live to see the new Nigeria because they are part of the destructive element they are using to destroy and persuade the people that have a good mind against Nigeria. That is what they are doing. I want to say today, I spoke concerning that lady who they call Minister of Trade. That woman is empty. She is there to facilitate loan for Agbado, and it's one of, I would say allegedly, it's a girlfriend to one of the politicians. That is why they put her there, because she's empty. Let them showcase her qualification and what she has done to us. Let us evaluate her publicly, and then we'll see her nakedness in public. She is retrieving the word she spoke in the National Assembly. She's retrieving it. But I told you guys, they are going to approve that money for her because she's one of the surrogate of this administration. I said, I forgot to speak something about, if you go and listen to Asari Dokubo's statement, he said one thing, that if they want to, the war will start, he made one say the war will start in Rivers State. Now, link it. Who is the governor of Rivers State? And which tribe does it come from? This is the first time in the history, I know Rivers State, first time for a female to challenge an ex-governor, fire for fire, weapon for weapon, granite for granite. That is to show you that, to show you the confirmation of what Asari Dokubo spoke about. You hear at the background, hey, Izo, Asawana, you hear at the background of the year. That's the network. And Fubara has not spoken. Like I said, they are going to pass that. They've already passed the budget. Who owns that shield? The coat of the arm, the power of the House of Assembly is in the hands of Fubara. He has not spoken. The only word he spoke was when the police were shooting at him when he was going to that the National House that was burned. The assembly was burned. The statement said, we are going to see that those people are brought to book. That is the only statement he has made. But I told everyone that that man that is quiet, let no one see him as a stupid man. He reads everybody's tongue line by line. That is why when he starts, he will hit to the bone marrow of his enemy and tore them down. The lady said something about inland revenue, that man is cutting home billion. That's the ex-governor, Wike. Where did he get that information from? That's a red flag. You should know what that man on that guy is smart. And if you watch the video when they went to bury one of the high chief of Ijoland, there was a language spoken by this governor to Asari Dokubo. Go and watch that video. Asari Dokubo laughed. He looked him before he came. He laughed. He bowed down in head for him. Go and look at that. Is another red flag. I want to say here, Nigeria is not yet a country, a nation. Nigeria is a state because we don't have a constitution. I have been saying this in time memorial. Since Nigeria Watch, I have known him. I have been saying it. We are seeing the repercussion of no constitution. We are seeing it. That is why I seek that everybody should gather together and at least go and study the NINAS project and try to make amendment, contribute to it. Babangida regime was worse than this. Babangida regime was worse than this one. Only the time era was different. Anytime you say anything, Babangida will pick you up and throw you to the gallows. Any pressman say anything, contrary will pick you up and throw into the gallows. Any human rights activist say anything contrary, he will pick you up and throw to the gallows. It was his regime. The first time in history of Nigeria, a journalist was spied with a well-dedicated bomb. It was worse than this. Everybody was saying Nigeria has no way. We are going to stay until Jesus come. But what happened? Some group of Nigeria came together, elders. They came together and the movement started. Like play. The man bowed out in peace. And there he is no more. And he's suffering the consequences of those that he has taken down. He cannot walk. He cannot go to the restroom by himself. He's being carried all over the place. That is the consequences. Nemesis. The God that we serve is dealing with him. Any Nigerian that will come, I know they will come here because I've spoken something. Some of them will come here. That I listened to them yesterday night. They were talking jargons. I spoke for the ladies in Nigeria. Every one of you, great women, rise up and speak against women that are doing things contrary to your movement that we are in support of. Come out and speak against them like the lioness. Without the women, we cannot do anything. We cannot succeed in this journey. The women have to rise up. As they are rising up, women, we try to pull them down. That is what you are seeing. A minister appointed by the Federal Republic of Nigeria is telling you that he's going to govern you from Geneva. All of you sat down, see now, so they be. And like I said, and I'll repeat again, Nigerian politicians will never change. That is why when I see it, I put it on the ground, the next day it will start manifesting. Get that into your mindset, you will see what I see every day. Wike cannot go to Rivers State again. That statement is true. If he goes there, they are going to mount security. You see, that man, that governor, is going to recruit a private security. I will not be surprised when he has a private security now, like Amotekun in Rivers State. I was there when the first governor before Wike organized Debam Boys. They call them Debam Boys. They dealt with people that were against the governor. So I will not be surprised. They are politicians that will never change. Mr. Naija Watch, may God bless you. Continue to stay on the back of truth. People that are pretending their bomb go soon open. Una go see them. I say this and it will open. Thank you, Mr. Naija Watch.
Thank you very much, Black Panther. God bless you, sir. Thank you. All right, guys. Help us to press on the like button as we hear from the next person, which is Madam Luke. Madam Luke, thank you very much for joining us today, and thanks for the support earlier on. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, Claire.
Okay. Well, happy holidays to all of you. You are very welcome.
Thank you.
I love being here because it is more like therapy for me. I have listened to everybody's frustration, Madam Origin, Chooks, Obiboeze, Black Panther. Everybody is still passionate on the issue. Very, very passionate. From Wike to Nnamdi Kanu, it's been all bad news all day today. It's been just all around bad news. And while this is going, all these are going on, said Niger Watcher, Mr. Chucks, had said, once they hit you with one hammer, as you're recovering from that one, another one comes down. So you don't even have any chance to breathe, to come up and catch air before another sledgehammer just hits you. It's an ongoing mayhem, assault, psychologically, physically, and the hopelessness has continued. And like I said, even if you don't live in Nigeria, I believe it affects us who don't live there psychologically. And psychological trauma leaves more damage than physical trauma. Physical trauma, you will feel it, to heal, you have a scar to show. But the psychological trauma that does not have a scar, that is not seen, that is the worst
Is the
case.
noise coming from you, madam?
Yes, it is. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. That's right. I wanted to be sure.
Yes, it's me. So you see, it's a terrible situation right now. We just have to keep hope alive. That's all we can do. I pity Nnamdi Kanu, and my prediction is that he's probably going to die in there. And that's what they want to do. And they will tell you he died of natural causes. That's all they're going to do. The wickedness continues. The marginalization of the Igbo tribe continues. The hatred continues. The oppression continues. And unfortunately, it's the same thing going on all over the country. But what can we say? As for that minister of trade, she's only doing what she's paid to do. There's not much we can do about that. So right now, I don't really have much to say. I'm just commenting on what everybody else has said, and the state of hopelessness I have continues. There's no day I sleep at night, I don't think of Nigeria, because I have relatives over there who have worked for a whole year and they have not been paid. I have to keep sending money to see how I can help. People say don't send money, don't send money, don't send money, but you cannot just watch people who have worked and don't get paid. And like I said, going back to the Civil War, we still have PTSD. People who fought that war for independence are still suffering PTSD. Not to talk about now, when we are more fragmented than ever, and when the people in the military are not even comprised of Nigerians. So who are you going to fight? Who is going to fight for you? Is it worth losing your life for nothing when you know you have nobody to fight for you and you have no recourse? The days of Babangida are not the days of Buhari. There is no way anybody will come out under Nadeko or whatever and make your voice heard and anybody's going to look at you. They will turn the other ear, and they know that all you can do is make noise. Like I said, the days of Babangida are not the days of Buhari, are not the days of Tinubu, a drug baron. You expect a drug baron to listen to dialogue after he has, what did he do? Snatched it, grabbed it, and ran away with it. And he has practically swallowed it. For you to get that food that he swallowed, you will lose your whole fingers, you will lose your wrist. And the more he entrenches his tentacles everywhere, is going to make it difficult to be able to eradicate this. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello? Okay.
Yes,
So
we can hear you. Yeah.
this is going to be very difficult. So right now, I'm in a state of hopelessness. Violence is not going to be the way. We can take to the streets. We can do a massive shutdown and everything. But like I always said, if we do not have a Malema that will lead us in the right direction, it's not going to work. And I'm talking somebody who walks the walk and talks the talk, and somebody who has the backing. Today, Malema is the third largest party in South Africa. They obtained parliament and their voices are heard. So we don't have that kind of government. We don't have those kind of people. And anybody like that we have, like Nnamdi Kanu, they will kidnap you somewhere and then lock you up. So you see, when you see your leaders being treated like this, the common man has no hope. So what do we do? So I will just yield for now. I say thank you very much. I'm just going to be listening. And I pray someday. I say prayer without works. I just want a way out, but I don't see any exit strategy. Like Black Panther and everybody has said, Nigeria is gone. Can we get it back? I don't know. I don't know. It's getting worse and worse. Well, in the meantime, double up on your antidepressants, double up on your high blood pressure medicine, double up on your diabetic medicine, because it's going to be a real what will I call it? Systemic shutdown health-wise for all of us, mentally, physically, because we don't have any joy anymore living. We are barely existing, and we are just surviving. So coming to this kind of platform gives me an outlet to just vent and say, God, please help me. I can't pray anymore. I can't do anything. I just want to listen to people so that when I go home, I can sleep well at night. So thank you very much for being there, and have a happy holiday season as best as you can. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Luke. Wish you a Merry Christmas. Enjoy the seasons together with your family. God bless you, man. All right, my people right there, I bet make una do na part. Press on the like button, press on the $sign, support what we're doing, encourage us, and help us to share. Let me call on the next person to speak to us according to how we have it on the table. Okay, I'll come to Mr. Jonathan right now. Mr. Jonathan, please talk to us, sir, if you are there. Mr. Jonathan, are you there? Okay, we can't hear you. You are muted yourself, but unfortunately, I can't hear you at all. All right, and Olumide is not available right now. So we are going to be having our final submission right now. If you, both of you, cannot speak now, so we're going to deal with, let me go back to give us a mandate. But whenever both of you are ready, you're only going to have one submission. You won't have opportunity to have second submission anymore. You know, thank you very much, my people. Press on the like button and help us to share. Let me quickly go back to give us a mandate. Is the first person on the panel today. Give us your final submission, 5 minutes. Then I'll come to Mr. Shooks.
Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. Final submission. This one fast. Waiting the happen.
No, it's better. I mean, I like it like that, my brother. Sometimes, you know, maybe it's still relax now.
Okay, then I mean, for that relax, I understand. I mean, it will be nice time to even quickly shut down. Then maybe people go do family things too. Well, thank you very much. I mean, it's been so interesting to see what is going on in our country. But I mean, we'll continue to be here to speak. We will not give up. Honestly, I'm trying. Wike try. Me, I beg. Wike then get one new 1540 wine where they won't carry come River State tomorrow, and they want me come launch am. So Wike, I beg, show for River tomorrow. I beg. They won't carry 1580 wine come, and they are looking for chairman that will launch it. So I beg, Wike, make it go Rivers and go help and launch that alcohol. Maybe for there you and Fubara go see more, know what will happen. And that Asawana people, maybe then go see you, and then from there now go dialogue. But I beg, Wike, I beg, try go Rivers tomorrow. I beg, go launch that wine. You hear me? Now the only beggar I beg be that Wike, I beg, go. Make you even see if people that woman, if they even mean waiting and talk safe. Adam will threaten you, say me no come Rivers. You will see you be the landlord of Rivers State. And the kind of threatening you landlord. Hey, Mona take time. I'm not going to threaten a landlord now. Wike is your landlord. You guys cannot threaten him. So he will be coming tomorrow. There is a 1580 wine that they want to launch, and Wike is the chairman. Asawana Group, we can already Wike they come tomorrow. So if you see him, we can dialogue. But that lady, from what I saw, I think that lady is a sister to Asari Dokubo. I don't know how true that may be, but if she's a sister to Asari Dokubo, then that means he runs in the family. Only if she's fighting for the right cause, because these people. But I mean, she said good things, some good things that she said. It shows that if our people want to stand for something, they can stand for it. INEC said something about Abia State, that they will not mess with Abia State election because of what? The people voted for Alex Oti. But I think that was just a false narrative because it was the INEC Electoral Commissioner that did not allow them to rig the election in Abia State with the support of the people. But you know what? At this time, what can you even say about INEC? It's a rotten organization headed by Mahmoud Yakub, a criminal professor from Cambridge and Oxford. But in service, I'm just waiting for Fubara. And like Black Panther said, Fubara is a silent. That guy is so quiet, easygoing person. That guy na silent killer. He's a silent. He pipe silently. You go give him little by little until he will bring Wike down. But all I want to see, Fubara, I beg. Wike, I beg, press Fubara neck so that by tomorrow, Fubara go fit release all the books. Like the amounts we say you spend to build those bridges. Moko won't know say maybe you get your own cut or you not get your own cut. Plus also, I won't see what you do for Rivers State election, the presidential. So Wike, you know what in press Fubara neck well I beg. Fubara, Wike, how Wike go to threaten you, governor? Fubara, no, if Wike threaten you again, I'll send DSS to you. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. Appreciate you, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, my brother. I appreciate you too. Thank you.
Mr. Elvis, can you hear me now?
Okay, yes, you are good. You are good now. Mr. Jonathan, okay, you have opportunity to talk to us now. Thank you, sir.
Sorry about that. It was my audio, I guess so.
Okay.
Anyways, thanks very much.
Thank you, sir.
I greet everyone in the house, all the panelists, all those that are listening. Yeah, I just want to lend out my voice today to the broadcast. I quickly want to speak on Ariwola, because I was not here when you started the broadcast, so I had to go back and watch one or two of the videos. So the one that really caught me was the one of Ariwola and then the one on Arise News. Ariwola appointing his brother as auditor of NJC. So if by now anyone is still thinking that Nigeria is, even if you want to concede that there is a country called Nigeria, even if you want to, one way or the other concede that, okay, it's functioning as a country, they have a president, they have a national assembly, they have a state, they have this, they have police, blah, 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 all those things that, made up a country or a state, they have all of it. And you want to concede that, okay, Nigeria is still a country. But the fact is that it's a joke. It's completely a joke. We all know that. If at this point anybody is still believing that Nigeria is a country, I have a bridge, a very good one. In fact, not just ordinary bridge, a marine one to sell to that person, because it will be they are the set of the most naive people that Nigeria is a country. No, it's not. In a functional country, that is what they call simply conflict of interest. It's as simple as that. It would have been called to order right away. They have a committee in the Senate called the Senate Committee on Judiciary. They will have immediately, instanta, as some people will say, call him straight away to appear before the National Assembly. What the heck? What are you doing? That is conflict of interest. You cannot be the Chief Justice of Nigeria, then your brother is the auditor of NJC, a body which you head, a body which you call the shots. What kind of sycophancy and nepotism at his, brazenly just practicing nepotism brazenly with reckless abandon. They don't care. How dare you say you are the CJN of Nigeria? You call the shot at the NJC. You now had the audacity to appoint your brother as auditor. Who does that in a normal country, my people? It doesn't happen. And everybody's laughing as if nothing. Everybody's just laughing. the next thing now, so all his children now, any one of them that goes to school or family member, the one that studied computer science, they will bring him to come and be they will create a department or any existing department, they will fit him in. Is that a country? Is that how a country functions? It is so demeaning for that to happen. The president, if we have a country at all, Mr. Tinubu will have, quickly on this one. But I dare him to do that because those are the people that brought him there. Those are the people that brought. So they have. It's just like the case of Wike Fubara. There's nothing Wike can do because Fubara has a lot on him, a lot on Wike. The same way Ariwola has a lot on Mr. Tinubu. Mr. Tinubu cannot do anything because in a normal setting, this kind of thing cannot happen. So Mr. Tinubu can't talk. Even if Ariwola said that he's Gardner who has no knowledge of anything, is coming to NJC to come and be at maybe administrative department there, bring him there. Mr. Tinubu can say no shit. Please, excuse my word. He can say nothing because Ariwola has.
Mr. Jonathan, sorry.
Yeah.
Mr. Jonathan, let me interject for a second. The government they are running is a government of cover my back, I cover your back.
Thank you, my brother. It's just what it is. As someone was saying yesterday, I was there. Someone saying Nigeria is now a country of eat. Inside the water, eat fish. Everybody whoever you can eat, just bang themselves all over the place. That's just the country where we are, and nothing will happen. People will say nothing. How dare you, Mr. Ariwola, appointing your brother? That is simply you are a lawyer, you are a legal man. You know right off the bat that is a conflict of interest. But unfortunately, that's the country where we are. And I hope, if they have the gut to do the right thing, which I know they don't let us even dream about that. It's not going to happen. Nothing is going to happen, and that's it. With respect to the Minister of Trade, I know that issue was flogged yesterday. I was listening to the broadcast. It was properly treated yesterday. But when I saw the video again, and that is Arise, brought it out again today, and I went back to watch the full video before I joined the broadcast today. And that Minister of Trade, that woman is empty. If Mr. Elvis, if you have the opportunity, if time permits, if you can show the entire video, I think it's about 33 minutes or so. I don't know, maybe before the broadcast starts, for people to just listen to this woman from beginning to end. This is empty. She's empty. This woman has nothing, and she's the Minister of Trade, for crying out loud, of a country called Nigeria. She is empty. That's not where she should be. She has nothing at all. And all the people in that Ministry of Trade, I bet you, they are all mediocres. They have nothing, knowledge of trade. All they just want to do is padding up the budget, looking for trips here and there in a year to get extra code. That's all they are there for. This is a minister that comes, Minister of Trade. That's an indictment that the ministry has no data. And you come out to say that to the whole world to hear. When I heard that thing today, I said, oh my God. She said they have no data. So what have you been working on? So you have nothing to work on as a Ministry of Trade. That country, we're just joking in that country. And she come to present budget of billions of naira. They will take the money, they will distribute the money amongst themselves. And mind you, sometimes in 2024, they will ask for supplementary budget. She talked about so many things. You will know that this woman is empty. In fact, she had to be corrected by one of the senators. Before I go on, let me give it to the senators there. They did a good job. I only hope that they will have the guts and the tenacity to see it through. Because I know very soon now they will call them inside, they will get their own court, and they will keep quiet. I give it to them. If they are actually working like that, Senator Oshimole, even Ireti, even through some jabs, Senator Ereti even threw some jabs at this minister too. I only hope that they will have the tenacity to see this through. The woman was, she has to be corrected that, hey, Madam Minister, she was talking that she has to reduce import duties on imported vehicles. They said, no, you can't. Somebody just interrupted her. Please, madam, you can't say that. You are contradicting it. You are shooting the country in the foot. If you are reducing the tariffs on imported goods, she quickly changed. She quickly, on 2 different occasions, they had to cut her right in the middle of her game there, and then she will quickly reverse right in the midst of the session. How can a minister of trade comes and say that you are working to reduce tariffs on imported goods, imported vehicles, and then you want to promote local? They say no. They say you are contradicting yourself, madam. You cannot reduce duty on imported goods and you want to promote local automotive industry. It is contradictory. You have to increase it. They told her that you have to increase it. Then she quickly said, yes, we will increase it. She was talking like I don't know why they brought her, into this job, specifically to this ministry.
Mr. Jonathan.
Yes.
If it didn't day.
That's it now. There is a purpose. She has a role to play there. She was talking about they brought her there for a purpose to fulfill their criminality. She talked about data. She talked about Nigeria have she talked about trade policy. Look, Nigeria have no trade policy. All they have are trade contracts all over the place. They call it trade policy. Forget about that. Mr. Oshiomhole actually did, like what many people have spoken on this platform. I believe the likes of Mr. Oshiomhole, Senator, I believe, in fact, watching that session with that minister, Mr. Oshiomhole, in fact, watch this platform as in listening to this platform. Make no mistake about it. He listened to this platform as in day in, day out. Because he brought it out. But as I said earlier, I only hope that they have the tenacity and the integrity to actually see. Because they should deny that budget based on what Senator Oshiomhole stated. That budget should be denied. It's as simple as that. You say you have no data, and then you senators will now go ahead and give her what she wants. On what basis? What are you going to work with if we give you this money? The whole place is full of. She says she wants to ease. Look, you just hear her out. She says she's working to ease about easing to talk about easing how to ease doing business in Nigeria. That is making doing business in Nigeria much easier. So that's what our focus is, and that it is to lower the cost of doing business in Nigeria. Yes, that's the language she said. She said she wants to lower the cost of doing business in Nigeria. And the first thing that came to my mind is, oh my God, when will these people get it into their skull, get it into their brain, that there cannot be any function, there cannot be anything, developmental growth in Nigeria without functional and reliable electricity. Simple. A primary 6 in Nigeria knows that now. And with all the education and all the resources, all the money you are stealing and all over the place, you still can't get this one into your head. How will Nigerian businesses compete when there is no electricity? You say you want to ease doing business in Nigeria. You just want to waste money. Everything she spoke about, none of them can come to realization for the simple fact that there is no functional electricity in Nigeria. When will they understood this? Without functional and reliable electricity, there cannot be any meaningful industrial or competitive development in Nigeria. None, zero. You can't. Just get that. It's basic. It's basic. Not in this age and time. So if you are even going to make that clear, be honest. If I'm producing pure water in Nigeria, Just pure water. Let's just take this. Don't let us even go complex here. Pure water in Nigeria. And I want to export my pure water to East Africa. And Kenya and Tanzania also want to bring their own pure water to Nigeria. They will sell their pure water cheaper in Nigeria than the one I'm taking to Kenya, because I will have spent my little factory in Nigeria producing pure water is running 24/7 on diesel. Even if you have the free trade zone among African countries, they will bring their own to Nigeria and it will be cheaper. The one Nigeria is taking there will be more expensive, because the poor man that took loan, whatever, is spending almost 50% of the resources on diesel. Can't you get this little thing into your head? And you're talking about easing the cost of doing business in Nigeria or reducing it. How can that happen? How? The man that is producing in Bauchi, right, look at their close head. Even the man that is producing in Calabar, there is port in Calabar. He will finish producing in Calabar. He will still have to transport it to Lagos because he want to export it, because they don't allow the port in Calabar to function. And you say you want to look at how counterintuitive, counteracting policies that they are putting out. When you manufacture something in Enugu, why not take it from Enugu to Port Harcourt, which is closer, which will be cheaper for you as a manufacturer, and ship it out of Nigeria? But you will still have to bring it to Lagos. On top of that, no functional roads. So we all know, having said all of this, we all know that they are joking. They are all joking. We all know that they can do nothing. They can do no shit, nothing. It's as simple as that. Let this minister get that into her head and stop playing this psychophancy and this padding of budget all over the place on Nigerians. So I will just leave it at that. And maybe finally I will touch on the lady that came and talked about who accused Wike of buying one DPO in River State. Again, nothing will happen on that. Normally, in a normal country, in a normal setting, by now, Wike by now should be answering questions. His lawyers or lawyer should have come out now to say one or two things about it. How will he defend himself? But because we're in a country where, when they talk, on top of all of this rubbish, when they talk, they will say they are looking for people to come to Nigeria to come and invest. Come to Nigeria to do what? So if they buy their staff or anything now, where will they go? So, Mr. Niger Wash, I want to.
Sorry, Mr. Jonathan, can I interject you, sir?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Now, to what you just said now, and the issue of coming to Nigeria to come and invest, right? This allegation was made to a former governor of a state, not just an ordinary citizen now, not a commissioner, but an ex-governor. I wish they can see how strong that may be. Now, then, whoever is coming to invest in River State, their security is not guaranteed. That an ex-governor allegedly sponsored that. That's very, very, very powerful.
It's a serious allegation, a very serious one, because the woman said, if I had that right, she said she's ready to come out and say more, and that in other words, she's ready to come out and testify against Wike. You want to put it out more, in a legal perspective. What she's saying is that I will testify against you, but nothing will happen. Nothing is going to happen. And we're talking about a country, we're talking about having judiciary. All we just know is that at this age, at this point in time, this present government, they are just deceiving Nigerians.
Yes, nothing will happen, sir, because even the one that sits on top, I don't know.
Nothing will happen. They will do.
Mr. Elvis. Mr. Elvis.
Mr. Elvis is not responding.
Wow.
Hello, Mr. Elvis. Okay, let me leave it. Let me drop it now, and then thanks very much. Thanks to everyone. Let the next person take over. I really appreciate the opportunity. Thanks very much. I think the next person can take over now. Thank you.
Mr. Olumide or Mr. F. Emmanuel, who is available to speak.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Mr. Elvis.
Yes, sir. Thank you, my brother. Give us a mandate for always being there. Thank you. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, do you have opportunity to review the link I sent?
I have not seen it. Can you resend it again? I can't see it yet.
Okay, I will do that.
Yeah, forward it again. Thank you.
Okay,
but meanwhile,
from their hand.
You said what?
Somebody's having echo coming from their hand.
It's from Mr. Shuktobibueze. Mute yourself, sir. All right. Let me call on F. Emmanuel. Good evening to you, sir. Thanks for joining us. Please talk to us.
Yeah, Mr. Elvis. Etumuleke bouquet, my state is on fire.
As they pain them, if they sweet us, as they pain them.
Nah, I don't know whether he's paining Wike or he's sweeting him or he's having mixed feeling. Hi, my brother, my state has become the agreement is no longer working. You see what they say, that be careful what you do to people. Otherwise, it will come back to you 10 times. Remember when this guy was just everywhere, bad-mouthing Atiku, talking here and there, frustrating PDP, making sure that they don't go anywhere. How can you mess up your house and you think you go outside and have peace? It's not possible. He said when you sow a seed, you should expect multiple yield, multiple harvests. You know, if you sow one single seed, you shouldn't expect to get a single or just two seed in return. You are expected to get much more. So it depends on the kind of seed you're sowing, whether you sow a good seed or a bad seed. Whichever seed you sow, seed is seed. The essence of seed is for you to multiply in quantum. So now it's reaping, you are beginning to reap the multiple things you have done over the years in the States. I'm going through all the news and all the things that is happening. I can see that 80 to 90% of Rivers people right now are backing up same. The Equatorial people are already giving their own statement. They are backing same. They are not happy with Wike. Obiakpo is not happy with Wike.
Even if federal lawmakers.
In fact, even the APC that is, give us a mandate, I guarantee you, even the APC, they are not even happy with Wike because they see him as a threat. They see him as a risk coming to their party. He's not the kind of person they want in their party because they look at him. If he can do this to PDP that gave him power, that brought him to government.
Yeah, that's
and now he wants to switch.
I agree with you, my brother. Wike is just there. That was just the reward for rigging Rivers State for them. That's all.
I'm telling you, at the end, I guarantee you, at the end, Wike will be nowhere. No leg in PDP, no leg in APC, because APC will need to. They are seeing his activities. They are seeing his anti-party activity. So would they want to bring this kind of person to mess up their home? You understand?
So is it safe to say, okay, Wike said PDP. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you. Go ahead. I can hear you.
Okay, now, so Wike said PDP is malaria, APC is cancer. Based on what has happened now, so which one is the real cancer, which one is the malaria?
Well, my brother, let me be the one to announce to you. Wike had just been made the FCT Minister of Cancer. he has not been made a minister of cancer. If that is the case,
Mr.
the real portfolio, the real portfolio they gave to him is to be a minister of cancer. And as soon as he landed in Abuja, he became cancerous to the environment. Everybody started shouting. That's cancerous. So he's just a minister of cancer, just as he said. There is power in words. It would have been better for him to say malaria and be taking paracetamol or maybe whatever they say for malaria. Now you are not in PDP, you are not in APC, you are just in between. Are you a bat? Igbo people call it unsu. You know they up, you know they down.
So F. Emmanuel,
So,
F.
my
Emmanuel,
people,
now malaria, now we can guess have been a cancer. Which one?
Na cancer.
Yeah, that one
Stage 4.
Now very serious.
Stage 4, my brother.
Even stage 4, Jesus.
Stage 4.
Terminal cancer with that.
Even terminal one.
You know, see as the guy. You know, see as the guy don't dry. You don't see how.
Mr. F. Emmanuel, let me interject.
I can hear you, sir. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
10 seconds. You see, I want every one of us. I want every one of us to go and watch The Godfather. But in this scenario, nobody's going to be quiet, but they are going to follow the trajectory of The Godfather. Everybody go and watch it. When you watch it, you will know the dimension and where they are sailing to, how they are going to be taking people down. You will see it. The closest man will be taken down. You will see it. What is happening now in Rivers State is being backed up by the Fulani oligarch. Very well confirmed.
But sorry, before you continue, sir. Black Panther, how can you say that is being backed up by the Fulani oligarchy? Like the last time I checked, right? Fubara is still in PDP, and as it stands right now, all I know is that Fubara was always loyal to Wike. He may even see him as the national president of PDP then, even though there was no division in PDP. Now that Wike is no more there, Fubara is not loyal to anybody. It is just him and him. I'm not sure. Maybe he's now talking to the center.
He's not asking any.
I'm not sure.
See, right now, Fubara, in fact, sorry to say, I'm really trying to say this. Yes, I think 2 days ago, I tried to call him. So he picked and they told me he called me back. So it's my guy that would have told you some things. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that right now, this guy, he doesn't trust anybody. That is his state of mind right now. He doesn't trust anybody because he doesn't want a situation where he associates himself with a particular person that seems to look, be on his own side, only for him to be, what happened to Etu Brute will happen to him. So that kind of a thing is very careful right now until everything is stabilized. Then he will really know who are his people. You understand? Just like Christ told his disciples, are you guys also going to leave? So there's a lot of people around him now. People want to make ends meet. People want to, also have something in their pocket. So they will come and project themselves to be real. Meanwhile, they are fake. So right now, Fubara is not loyal to anybody. He's only loyal to himself. He doesn't trust anybody right now until this struggle, this fight has come to the barest minimum, or maybe have been settled. But it's going to be difficult for it to be settled. Going to be difficult because I understand the terrain. I understand what River State is made of. You understand? So a Wike just want to turn Rivers to Lagos, the Jagaban style. Unfortunately, average Rivers man is a stubborn person to the core. I'm just telling you because I know say, thank God for Jesus in our life. Average Rivers
F. Emmanuel. Now, with the allegation that was made to Wike, do you believe that such can happen in Rivers State? What Wike did? That DPO case?
My brother, see, let me tell you, I can believe it 101%. I can believe it 101%. You know what I'm trying to say? Just like Grandfather talked about a history of our founding fathers. I remember what happened to Mashahari. You understand? They went to Abuja from the top of the roof. You are in your house from the top of the roof. They came over from the top of the roof. The way they did the Rocha Sokorocha. From the top of the roof, they came through and they allegedly, let me use allegedly, and tie this man.
Where's all this noise coming from? I'm sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. So, if you look at the history, general, just like Brother said, a lot of things have been going down like that. A lot of strong men in Rivers, if you oppose the powers that be, I guarantee you, they're ready to be taken down. Except you just on your own go on exile. I'm telling you, they're ready to be taken down. That's one thing about Rivers, you know. So for the case of Wike, I know he has a
All right. F. Emmanuel, your network is not stable, sir. We can't hear you anymore. Let us come back to you. We'll come back to you, sir. Thank you, because it's been pausing and playing. So let's take it from here. All right. Thank you very much, everybody right there. Everybody on the panel have given their submission. I'd like to quickly, okay, Madam Origin is calling back again. Let's pick this call. Madam Origin, please talk to us. Thank you, ma'am.
Hello, everyone. Oh, please, I'm missing Miss Omoye's corner, Madam Rita, Madam Nena, Madam Busy Brain. When the voices of the women are not there, I look like a burden is on me to, kind of pitch in and put the female voice on. So please, everyone, bear with me. I just want to say something quickly. I greet everybody. I know something very quickly when I was giving my submission about my proverb on the mount. And very quickly, very important to both the governors, the elders, and whoever that has decided to make a mound while the brethren are on the floor. A mound remains the ground. The mound can never be a mountain. Whether you call it the mountain or a mound, it remains the ground. And when the people on the hill are coming, they will first of all deal with you on that so-called mound you pretended is a hill. So that is a note. Please, I tell all of you, smell the corn. Smell the corn. Go and learn. Go and ask Wike how market. And everybody that betray obedience and betray all well-meaning Nigerian, you guys will be smelling the corn. Is it smell the corn or what? I can't remember. So another thing I wanted to say on behalf of my women is that I guess I want to address what Miss Ireti Kingibe said in that particular trade thing. Something that struck me I wanted to talk about yesterday, but I didn't have time, was when she was making her submission, she told the woman to speak to the president about policy. And that struck a chord for me because I keep my best mantra is the detail, the devil is in the detail. When it comes to policy, who should be responsible in ensuring, making policies and making sure that the right policies are in place for there to be a smooth running of the government and governance? If it is not the legislatures, which I believe the senators are one of them. So Mr. Ireti may have to review what you said, and it is, sorry?
Go ahead.
Yeah, because you know, telling the woman to, that means you guys are not even communicating with the president, or you don't even know where he is. He said you if you can reach the president. Senators that are signing these trillions and billions of dollars for the president, does it mean that you people don't even see the president? You don't talk to him? You don't review things? That is also very concerning. And that is what I wanted to, yes, everything is very, very foggy. And I want to continue to hold Mr. Shomole responsible. Make sure, Mr. Shomole, you people don't sign that budget, because it's not only in talking. I love all he contributed, but my anger is, okay, this was said 56 years ago, and it's still happening. Nothing changes. Say it, mean it, defend it, have the willpower to do good. That is the bottom line. What we are waiting for is results. If you guys have the will for a good result. I rest it there. Thank you, Mr. Niger Watch.
Thank you, ma. Thank you, Madam Origin. God bless you, ma. Thank you. Okay, let me come to the next person here on the panel for the final submission. We're already 3 hours here already. The last time I said final submission, we were just 2 hours. I remember my brother gave us some, they say, just now. See, now the time they tick. Before we finish everything today, you see and say that the same hours will they spend here. That was this bed today. All right, meanwhile, let me go to Mr. Chuksobe. Give us your final submission. Okay, Mr.
Yeah,
Chooks.
thank you. No,
Okay.
I'm there.
Okay,
Your blood too hot, Mr. Elvis. Give us chance now. We don't say you won't go do weekend, but
no,
that's so it be also.
I never do weekend for almost 2 years now.
Brother, no be say you talk. That's why I told you guys earlier in my earlier submission. I don't know how you guys do this, but kudos to you guys, Yeah. After all said and done, we just have to continue talking. Most of us who are talking here are outside the country. We can't do any other thing other than to continue to point out the ills that is breeding in the society. It's quite unfortunate, but sometimes I lose hope. Sometimes I think one day, because something must happen differently. Things that is happening the same, just like previous examples that was given here about during Babangida era. Nobody, I was still a young man then, so nobody, running around the street, nobody thought it's gonna end the way it did. That's some of the things when I remember, I said, well, let's continue talking. And maybe one day, we'll find our voice, we'll find our strength, and do the right thing. But what is happening in Nigeria as we speak, really, it is not a country. And that's why Mr. Elvis, if you can't play that video today, please play it tomorrow, because that video says everything we all need to know about Nigeria. And if Nigeria is going to work, that video still says it. And I'm happy their president was there. It's not like all this, side talk or side messages they are sending people.
Definitely, this is what we are going to be talking about tomorrow. Definitely.
Yeah. That video is very, very rich, Mr. Elvis, because if the so-called president, permit my language, listened to that and he did not act, then each and every one of us, in fact, I gave him 6 months to act on that video. If he fails to do that.
Because we'll talk about it tomorrow, so just keep that, please.
Okay, sir. Thank you. You know, so it is what it is. Nigeria, until you and I, everybody, come together to realize that these people, what they're doing is irresponsible, it's uncalled for, it's not democracy, and we'll start demanding, you know, those fruits of democracy. Because what is happening in River State, if I watch River State, I see how everybody is on their own, doing whatever they want. And this is why we're talking about the judiciary when they were making all this nonsense calls they were doing. We said it, that what is going to breed is lawlessness. This is exactly what is happening in River State. Look at how they can come out to say that former governor tied a whole police. Yeah.
Mr. Chooks.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know this video we're talking about it tomorrow. But I saw the same video yesterday, and I listened to it with a kind of not that much of interest. If Olisi Abakuba said all he said in that video, and Ariwola went ahead to end up selecting his brother as the auditor of the judicial something, do you think what Abakuba, for me, I just see it as maybe like a noisy, there's a sounding cymbal, just making noise because.
No, Mr. Give us our mandate. I just want to reserve my this, you know, as Mr. Elvis said, because, you know, tomorrow, all Nigerians watching and everybody watching on this channel will listen to that. That's why I said, thank God it's not side talk. He didn't say it behind anybody. He said it to the right person that should be there. So let's keep it till tomorrow. You know, going back to what I was saying. You see, if we cannot at this time say enough is enough, especially what is happening in Rivers. What is happening in Rivers? I pray it doesn't snowball into other areas. Because what is happening in Rivers, I heard so many people speak. I heard Ankyo Brick spoke about this. Please, if you start from Rivers, even though somebody has mentioned it, that this kidnapping we are witnessing today started in Rivers and it snowballed into everywhere now. And that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. I listen to people, I analyze what they said, and I think whoever that is saying, look, if this is not well managed, it might snowball into other areas. Kanu is there as well. I know Kanu. I was born and brought up in Kanu. I know Kanu. When Kanu says no, they say no. I don't know what is happening politically now, but both the Supreme Courts, they should be careful. Nigerians are suffering, and then enough of suffer. Do not add more, because any instability is more suffering. And I think I will, hand the microphone back to Mr. Elvis right here. Thank you, Mr. Elvis. And I hope we come here tomorrow to, talk about that video, because that video, yes, I watch it with keen interest. That video. And I'm inviting everybody listening now to come around. Tomorrow is going to be a great day. Thank you, Mr. Elvis. And of course, Black Panther, you must be here on time tomorrow for that video. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Oga, Mr.
Senator, can I give my last submission?
Please hold on. Let me quickly pass this information right here. Yes, just in now, UK government have decided to deport Nigerian students who got most of them, they got poor grade on the on their exams. So UK government think that most of them came into the country just you know, for the sake of Jackba, not because they came to study. So because of their poor grade, even though they paid their salary, the school fees and all that, so they are going to deport many of them. But let me take it from here. UK reportedly set to deport Nigerian student orders over poor grades. The United Kingdom Migration Advisory Committee has said foreign students on 2 years graduate visas who fail to achieve high grades may be barred from staying in the United Kingdom. According to the Telegraph, the Migration Advisory Committee, MAC, commissioned by Home Secretary James Cleverly, we scrutinize the current program as part of a broader effort to reduce net migration by 300,000. It reportedly that most of these people, 98,000 students from Nigeria, they'll be some of them will be facing deportation back home. All right, I'll just stop it right there. You see, when we talk, some people they say we don't know how to talk. Everybody is silent. Nobody they talk. Even some of these students now they listen to us. So share our video, you know, go share. Like our video, you know, go like. Why the people in Nigeria share our video, you know, go share. Like, you know, go like. We come out here every blessed day to talk about the things that's affecting us. But you believe say not concern me. Some of you believe say after all, I've arrived. Why some of you think say not be my business? After all, me and my family, we are doing well in Nigeria and all that. Listen, the situation of Nigeria is affecting all of us. The more you say you don't want to talk, post, you not concern you, you look down on me, or you look down on my wonderful panelists that comes here every blessed day. Don't worry, Nigeria problem, you get the way they affect everybody. Unfortunately, UK they don't put their car for reverse. So I don't really have much to say about this. But meanwhile, Black Panther, give us your final submission, 5 minutes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Nigeria Watch. The last one you just gave now, there is pressure on the UK government. There's pressure on them to lay hands off of Nigeria issues. There's pressure on them to take their hands off. And that pressure will soon be very big, because there's something under the flame that most Nigerians have not seen. And we'll see it. They are gradually laying off their hands. That is why you see they bring out policies that will take Nigerians, most especially whatever it is, take them back. Take them back. Any small issue, take them back. They are going against their own, they are changing their immigration laws. Why Canada is saying, all of you that have problem UK, come to Canada. Let me say one thing. As they lay their hands off, because their hands are burning on Nigerian case, as they lay their hands off, many issues, we start revelations, we start revealing on how they have put their hands with the Fulani oligarch to press down the neck of Nigerians. It is going to be glaring and very sure. As you all have listened now, continue on it, you will see, you'll be seeing a lot of revelations. I want to go, leave that side alone. We will see the revelation very soon. I want to go on the side of, when I say go, everybody should go and watch The Godfather. I mean the Apacino. Going down on the Apacino, where all the people that were against him, including his men, came to take him down in his house. I want you all to go and watch that film. The scenario will play out in this Nigerian politics. That is why there's one thing that we all should know, that God has created, that nobody can touch. It is change. It is change. They cannot stay for long. They will go out. If Babangida can hold Nigeria with the stick of fire, these people, they will go down. There's one madam said, you never did not think that Nigeria will change or will take power. Madam, just relax. The smoke will gradually be coming up. You will see where people will act. There's nothing that can defeat the human race when the human race decide to get up. When the people come together, there's nothing that can pull them down. They will take whatever they wanted to take. Go and check history all over the world. That has been the case. And Nigeria will never be different of it. It just depends on Nigeria might be slow in rising, but we are going to take this. We just need to organize ourselves. It looks like a smooth screen, but we're going to take it. I want to say one thing again concerning the Wike issue. Look, when I made mention of the Fulani, I know how they works. These are politicians. They are very good. They are good tacticians. They are, they gave him a warning when they were releasing when in Abuja that he's doing this. And I said one thing here. The Fulani do not like what they call this. What did I see yesterday? The state of a sect. They don't like secular states. They don't like secularism. If there any word like that, they don't like it. So they are finding it very difficult to cope with Wike there. And they are in support of what is happening. Because PDP and APC are the same thing. They are in support of what this man is doing, and they are giving backup. Remember, they are in charge of DSS. Their brother is in charge of DSS. And what is happening here, Badu made mention of, he said, security did not, I cannot do anything. Remember, he said that. That's to show you that there's some kind of people that are in charge that will take matters up when the need comes. That is why you see the boldness in the political house in Rivers State, and that is how Rivers State is. They will face you with fire for fire. Wike will not be able to go back to Rivers State, mark my word. He won't be able to go back because all the odds are against him. Because when they just stand, they don't only stand by just talking. They backed up their word with action. And as Asari Dogubo, who allegedly is the one that released the secret of one of our brother that was taken from Kenya, who mentioned the name, is the link man, because he's a Muslim, is the link man to rout Rivers State and bring Wike down. Therefore, they will now, with that case of the police officer that was brought down, they will now stand on that ground that Wike is not worthy to become Abuja State governor, or what they call it. That is how they're going to remove him and they're going to change him. They will bring somebody that is a Muslim from the south. That is what they want. Remember, they don't like secular states. Thank you, Mr. Najawaj.
All right. My brother Black Panther, thank you very much for your submission and your time with us today. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right. Let me come to Madam Luke. Madam Luke, if you're still with us, I would like you to give us your final submission, please.
Oh, yes, I'm still here.
Thank you. Thank you. Talk there.
Thank you very much, everybody. Well, there's not much to say. Like my brother said, they say there's hope, and one day we will take what belongs to us back. Hopefully to be in my lifetime, so I can actually see what it is to really enjoy Nigerians, live a meaningful life. But until then, keep the dialogue going. It gives us hope. We're still alive. So that is all we can do right now. Thank you very much, and I look forward to being with you sometime again as possible.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank you
wonderful
very
night.
much. Merry Christmas. Thank you. God bless you. All right. Let me come to okay, Mr. Jonathan, please give us your final submission that will come to Mr. F. Emmanuel for a roundup.
Hello, Mr. Elvis. I believe I'm good, right?
Yes. Yes. You are very good. Your final 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. Thanks to everyone, all the panelists. Thanks. I just want to talk on Nnamdi Kanu. Just let me round up on that. The decision today that came from the Supreme Court, still keeping Nnamdi Kanu in there. See, the game they are playing, they are testing the environment, looking for the right political moment. Let me use that word. They are looking for the right political moment to release Nnamdi Kanu. They want to take all the glory for it. Mr. Tinubu wants to, this plan is to take all the glory. And everything that is happening right now is all a political game. When the atmosphere, the political atmosphere is ripe for them, You want to release it. My only cry is to my fellow Eastern brothers that they should not fall for this at any point in time. They should not fall for this. They should remain focused. Because once the whole idea behind it is that once Mr. Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu is released, their hope is that they will want to change the trajectory of Eastern Nigeria, use it to gather support there. That's the end game. And they are timing it very well. It's like a rat race. They are timing it. They are watching it with an eagle's eye, looking for the right political moment to release him, hoping that the people in the East will rally behind them using that. So again, it is for the Eastern people to also rise up to the occasion, not to allow themselves to be used as political pawns, not to allow themselves to be used as people that have no regard at all, even for their own land. If truly they have regard for their own land, the land that they are fighting for. Whether Nnamdi Kanu is released today by Mr. Tinubu, whether Nnamdi Kanu is released by the end of the year, whether Nnamdi Kanu is released in 2024, it does not matter. They must make sure that the status quo remains. And I hope that they will stand together. They will stand together, because I'm looking at the Nigerian political landscape, the way it always plays out. Not to end up causing more division among them. Because the end game of this crooked, clueless class of people that are holding the ends of affairs right now in Nigeria is to use it as a political advantage, to divide the people of the East even further. And when that moment is not ripe, they will not let him go. That's what they are looking for. My call is for the people of all across the Eastern Nigeria. Even when Nnamdi Kanu is released, they have to come together. Without it, this realization will come to nothing. It will not. It will only be a mirage for them not to fall. That's it. That's my call for them, and I believe that today is the right moment to make this call, because all expectations were that by today Nnamdi Kanu will be released. But it's very clear the political game they are playing here. We all know the political game that they are playing here. They have no reason to continue to hold this man. There is no reason of nothing. Just breaking the law. Continue to break the law. Continue disregard to the law of the land, to the constitution of the land, if there is any at all. So that's my call on that. With respect to the UK, the last video that you showed, the UK, the Nigerians that are there, and of course we all know that most Nigerians that are Japa, they are not going there to study. Some people will even pay half tuition. When they get there, they will go and split. They will go and do payment arrangement to split the tuition into 2 or 3. And then they are not there to study, because their goal is they are working. They are not even focused. So it's a message. It's a message to Nigerians that Nigeria is the country they will have to behold. That is the country they will have to stay. The answer is not to japa from Nigeria. In fact, not only UK. Just last week, Canada did the same. So this is just a follow-up. Canada did the same just like this last week. They revised the requirement for study visa. They make it more stricter. Now it is very stricter now. Now they are asking for per person for you to come and study in Canada. Now per person, you must have $20,000 in your account for 1 year. Proof of at least $20,000 that you must have for you before. So it's not about just paying It's not about just paying the visa. And on top of that, now they now come after all those colleges, all those mushroom colleges, where they are all over the place. They are in UK too. They are in UK too. They are all over the place. And they are using it, of course, we know that they are using it to build their economy. But I think for them now, it is like they cannot eat their cake and have it at the same time. You can't eat your cake and have it. You cannot say you want to support your economy in one hand, and at the same time, you want to support your economy by allowing these schools, closing your eyes as if you are blind, that these people are coming in. At the same time, you want to reduce immigration, you want to reduce the influx of people coming in. Which is which? Do you want to improve your economy, or do you want to reduce immigration, reduce the influx of people? Pick one. And if you have to do both, not at the expense of the other, because there is no way you can relax all these policies that people will not take advantage of it, because you want to help all your schools, all those institutions around UK. If there's any that I'm not a UK resident, but I travel to UK a lot for the fact that 2 of my children are studying in UK. 2 of my kids are studying in UK as we speak. One is an undergraduate, one she's completing a master's program in Oxford as we speak right now. So I know the in and out of UK. All those, they have a lot of all these mushroom schools all over the place that they are collecting money, supporting them. Of course, Nigerians, Nigerians, Indians, they will take advantage of all of these things. And at the same time, their parliamentarians will be talking about immigration all over the place. All about the money that you are getting, the billions of pounds that you are raking in every year from all these people that all these schools are getting. If you stop that, it's a two-edged sword for them. Because if you stop that too, then the UK government also have to provide for these schools too. You have to subsidize them one way or the other. If not, they will fire. They will fire their staff. They will reduce they will try to look for one way or the other to reduce their overhead. And the shortest way, one of the fastest one for anybody, any business person, is to let some people go. So they cannot eat their cake and have it here. But the message is for Nigerians to know that Nigeria is our country. There's no any other place to go. It is in Nigeria that we will all fight it out. We will all sort it out in Nigeria there. Not, running to other countries like the UK. If our country is okay at the end, nobody wants to leave Nigeria. Come to think of it, nobody really will really love to leave Nigeria. But for the fact that the country is just not working, it's as simple as that. As that, it's just not working. People just want to get out. They just want to get out. People don't have the intention to study. That's a fact. They don't have the intention to study at all. Their intention is to enter UK.
Mr. Jonathan.
Yes.
Don't worry. They will soon reverse all these things. They will bleed now. When they bleed, they will reverse it.
They will reverse it. I know they cannot stand. It cannot stand. It's just a show. It's a gangster show that all these people are doing. Whether they have to come up with that. In UK, the last time I checked, I think it was, in fact, my numbers is going to be, it's not even, I'm even understating the number. It's about 20 billion pounds, 20 billion pounds that they get every year, 20 billion pounds from people from around the world. I know that number is no longer accurate as of today now. It's probably double. Well, is it UK government that will now have to add that to their budget and start distributing that cash to all those schools? All those schools that collect, £10,000 for tuition, £15,000 for tuition. And if you go to those schools, more than 50% of their catchment, of their students, they are from Nigeria, from India, from Philippines, all over the place. So where will they get it from? So they will reverse it. That's it, my brother. They will reverse it. It can't stand. It cannot hold water. It can't hold water. That structure cannot hold water. So it's like someone who is trying to, it's like trying to, eat your cake and have it. There's a way we say it in my language, in Yoruba language. Somebody will put something sour in your mouth. At the same time, he will put sugar in your mouth, because the sugar you don't want to throw the sugar out. At the same time, that thing that is sour too, you can't keep it as well. So one of them have to go. You cannot keep the two in your mouth. You cannot keep that sour thing and that sugar in your mouth. You can't keep it. One of them must go. Obviously, you don't want the sugar to go. So if you don't want the sugar to go, then it is clear that it is the sour one that will go. So which one is which for this country? Is it the tuition they are collecting, which is the sugar? The sour one, which is the immigration? Which one do you want to let go? Which one? So, but obviously, one has to go for the other. One has to go for the other. So all these, there are politicians in UK or even in Canada here canvassing and campaigning that immigration people are just coming to do this, to do that, to do this. What don't they know that these people are apart from the visa fee alone that they are collecting, government is eating from it. Those schools are also eating from it. Government eat from it through visa fee. They collect massive visa fee per annum. That's on that part. On the second side of it, the schools are also benefiting from it. That's what an average British person does not understand. That's what an average Canadian also
Mr.
does
Jonathan.
not grasp. Yes.
Sorry for interjecting you again.
Yeah.
I want to encourage them, all the UK people. You people should get ready for another downfall of the economy. Because education is one of the industry in UK.
Mm-hmm. That's correct. So they have to tread carefully here. There's no any other way. They have to tread carefully here, unless they have a source or another means where they will come out and say, okay, the government has now, created a fund of about £100 billion per year that they will now use to subsidize all these schools. Or even if they said they want to come up with £40 billion so that they can subsidize all these schools, so that will now reduce the number of people who will be accepting in. They have to do one of the two must come, but they cannot say that, okay, you know what, we can't do this. UK is notorious for this. The massive institutions all across the United Kingdom, a lot of them, they are catching students all over the world, especially countries like Nigeria. Some of them will even collect 30% tuition fee. And then that the rest, you will get it when you come. Not knowing that Nigerians are very smart people. They don't have the intention to study. They don't come there to study. They will just come, get the visa, attend classes here and there. It is about the job. And once they enter, they are going nowhere again. They are going nowhere. So I think they have to be open and be honest, with British people. Let them know what these facts are, and then let them know that, okay. In fact, last year, Mr. Elvis, we showed the statistics where earlier this year when they said the number of people that came to UK for study was maybe about 400,000.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but anyways. We leave it at that, Mr. Elvis, for now. I really appreciate the opportunity. Thanks to everyone. Thanks for the opportunity. Thanks. Take care.
Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate every one of you. We've come to the end of this broadcast. Yes, we've achieved another day by God's grace. Let's continue to stand for what is right and do what is right. It's obvious to everybody now that it's not getting better. So this is not like coming out because you don't like Nigerian government. No, we are coming out to tell you the fact and to let you know that what you cannot sort out today might get worse tomorrow. That's what we are saying every day from this satanic set of people that have been ruling us since Nigeria was created. Yes, in case you're not aware, they are the same people. They are only recycling themselves. Meanwhile, thank you very much, everybody that came into the panel today. Give us a Monday. Thank you very much. Thank you, Olga Shooks. Thank you, Mr. Jonathan, my brother, Black Panther. Thank you, Madam Luke. Thank you very much, everybody. And yes, Mr. F. Emmanuel, thank you very much for coming in as well. You know, unfortunately, Mr. Olumide could not say something today at all. I believe you were very, very busy, but that is fine. Let's take it the way it is. And, you know, tomorrow is another day again. We're going to be having a big broadcast tomorrow. So looking forward to having you all again tomorrow so that we can analyze all this together. Let's continue to put our voice out there. You know, so we've managed to sort out, upgrade our system now. So we're now streaming over about 8 channels at the same time now. So 8 platforms. So yeah, our voices have been expanded. If they not hear your voice for Nigeria, they'll hear it from other platforms. So as you know, Nigeria is quite big. So yeah, you know, we have about 1.8 million followers across all the social media platforms. So that's a lot, you know. So yeah, we are managing to stream everywhere now. But although if we don't get people that share our video or like our video, our voices might still be truncated. But nevertheless, I appreciate every one of you. Let's continue to put in our best in and stand for what is right. Thank you very much, everybody. The only super chat that I got today is from Madam Luke. Madam Luke, thank you very much. I appreciate you once again. And those of you that call in, Madam Origin, thank you very much for calling in today. Thank you. I appreciate you, Madam. And I appreciate every one of you right down in the comment section. Thank you, Mommy Diaspora. I appreciate you for all you're doing for us. Thank you, Mommy. I appreciate you always, always, always. Madam Luke, thank you very much. Didi Anthony, I appreciate you. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate every one of you right there on the comment section. Thank you for your time with us today. Yeah, we've come to the end of this broadcast. Gawan Lele, thank you. Thank you, Michael Ganemaro, Destiny Available. Oh, you asked for links since my brother Alex. I didn't see that at all. So sad. I'm just seeing it now. So you asked for link. If I come here, come verbalize all of them. Eh? I would tell miss that one. Nobody even tell me. Say you asked for link. I don't know how I missed it. You know, but nevertheless, by God's grace, we're looking forward to having your voice tomorrow. And apart from that, I also see your comments offline. You know, you are always there for me, my brother. I appreciate you, Mr. Alex. You know, I appreciate every one of you, my people. Thank you one way or the other that is supporting this movement, this platform, supporting us to do what we're doing today. I appreciate every one of you. Continue to do what you're doing. Yeah, by God's grace, 6 p.m. tomorrow, Nigerian time, we're going to be back here again. Have a good night, everyone, and bye for now.
Yeah.